Shame on you. No, if you don't know English Beat, there you go.
That would be among my top 10 favorite songs.
Good one.
Top 10 favorite song from anyone.
Really?
Really?
Wow.
You think?
It's a good one. Good choice. Let's see some big boy news and Opinioendo now, brought to you by
.com.
Well, there are a lot of terrible things happening in the world, but it is Valentine's Day, and so a bit of love and brightness on Valentine's Day. It's great news that Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly have not pulled the plug on their wedding plans.
Have they? Well, she took her ring off.
The couple had a fight over the weekend, and that Megan was very upset and won't speak to her fiance.
What did he do? I want to know what he did.
They haven't you know what he did, Gina? He was Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh, she finally realized he was Machine Gun.
Don't hate the player.
Okay.
They haven't officially called off the engagement, but Megan took her ring off. They've had issues in the past, but things seem to be pretty serious. But they say, no, we have not called off the engagement.
I thought for sure these two were forever.
That's good news, isn't it?
I really did.
That's good news. I don't. They say they have not officially called it off.
Taking a look at both of them, I could have swore.
I think they're going to patch it up, Carrie.
Couldn't you have pictured them as little old lady and little old man together on a rocking on a porch?
I could picture them both as little old ladies. Tina Fey and Amy Poehler are going to go out on the road together.
Now that's good news.
I have already contacted my sister and said we are going to one of these shows.
It's called the Restless Leg Tour. The latter will it will feature a limited run of East Coast shows this spring, with the Saturday Night Live vets sharing stories and jokes rooted in their 30 years of friendship. If this tour goes right, we can finally end this friendship, they said. The tour reunites them. This is a bunch of crap here. I won't read that. But they've only got East Coast dates.
And it's only like four. It's like
4 shows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Here we go. Another mass shooting at Michigan State University this time. 3 people have been killed, 5 others critically wounded, triggering an hours-long manhunt and shelter-in-place orders before the suspect died of an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. The gunman opened fire at 2 campus locations, turning the university that's home to 19,000 students into a crime scene and forcing terrified students to run and hide as hundreds of officers in tactical gear swarmed the school. The gunman was a 43-year-old man who was not affiliated, as far as they can tell, not affiliated in any way with the university.
Not a student, didn't work there.
Have
didn't
no
go
idea.
There previously.
No idea why he came to the campus to do this tonight, but I'm sure he had a good reason.
But it was his right to do it, his constitutional right to do that.
This is the 67th mass shooting in 2023.
And this does not happen in other countries.
They say 4 or more people wounded or killed, including the shooter, is considered a mass shooting. It's bad in New Zealand. Residents across North New Zealand are bracing for a rough night. Cyclone Gabrielle has been just pounding the country with torrential rain and winds. At least 46,000 homes have lost power in the storm. Hundreds of flights have been canceled. State of emergency has been declared in 9 regions, affecting nearly a third of the 5.1 million person population. The storm was expected to peak last night, with the rain to continue into today. New Zealand's largest city, Auckland, authorities earlier evacuated people from 50 homes around a 30-meter high tower that was in danger of collapse. Dozens of evacuation centers also have been set up in the city. So it's in that part of the world they call a hurricane a cyclone. They're the same thing, but they just call them different things. And they're saying the death toll from the earthquakes in Turkey and Syria hit 35,000 people.
And more expected.
As only a handful of survivors were pulled from the rubble more than a week after the disaster that devastated both countries. It is amazing, though, that they are, at this far out, are still finding people alive. Emergency workers rescued 11-year-old Lena Maradini on Sunday, who had been trapped for more than 160 hours in the rubble. A woman, Nade Ume, was also rescued from the rubble nearby after 175 hours. And there was that story of that baby, just an infant, who was pulled out of the rubble and is doing well, apparently.
Oh, good.
All right. And
That's a whole lot of bad. Is there any?
There's one more bad.
Okay.
7 civilians and a police officer were hospitalized after a man just mowed down people in the Bay Ridge area and Sunset Park area in New York. The man was driving a box truck erratically, and it was a U-Haul rental, and he just started careening through Bay Bridge on sidewalks, bicycles, killing one man. The police finally caught up with him. He hit 9 people in all. 1 person is dead, and the police say it was a rampage. The bill to allow pregnant drivers to use HOV lanes in Utah has been thrown out.
Good. It's stupid.
Yeah. In the Senate Transportation, Public Utilities, Energy, and Technology Committee, that bill it failed 3-2 because of legal concerns. Really? Senator Don Ipsum of St. George was among the 3 senators who voted against the legislation. There's nobody in the world more pro-life than I am. Well, he's saying it out loud.
Yeah.
But I think we're asking Highway Patrol to do the impossible to try and enforce this. And I'm concerned that our federal funding for highways would be at risk if we do it.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah.
Let's see. A search is underway. No, I think they found him. Well, they found the body. A teenager missing Monday night after falling through the ice in Tooele on a reservoir there. 14-year-old and an 18-year-old fell through the ice at Settlement Canyon Reservoir. The 18-year-old was able to get out. Then he and 16-year-old, who was with them on the ice, called for help. Police officer responded. He fell through the ice. Another officer managed to get him out. 2 firefighters also fell through, but only partially. The 14-year-old was still missing last night, but I heard this morning on my way into work that they had located the body. This is a weird story.
Okay.
The numbers of babies born with congenital syphilis rose 900% over the course of 5 years in Mississippi.
What?
The state that already had the highest infant mortality rate in the U.S. in 2020. Congenital syphilis occurs when a pregnant woman with that condition, that disease, passes the sexually transmitted infection onto the baby during pregnancy. Pregnant women with untreated syphilis have an 80% chance of giving it to their child.
Oh, geez.
Babies born with congenital syphilis can have serious birth defects, deformed bones, anemia, deafness, blindness. About 40% of babies born to mothers with untreated syphilis are stillborn or die shortly after birth. Why Mississippi? Cases in Mississippi have increased from 10 in 2016 to 102 in 2021. Maternal health nonprofit March of Dimes has classified more than half of the counties in Mississippi as maternal care deserts.
I was going to say, is
Places-
it lack of health care? Is that
Yeah.
the problem?
Places in
Yeah.
which prenatal care is lacking or non-existent.
Yeah.
The fact that Mississippi has the highest poverty rate in the country doesn't help. Pregnant people often don't want to miss work or visit a doctor, and they have to wait for Medicaid approval.
Ugh.
The disease disproportionately affects the black community. 70% of babies born with syphilis in 2020 were black. The surge is not limited to Mississippi, though. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention said cases around the U.S. have more than doubled from 2017 to 2021.
Bill, you pivoted back to this bad story.
Well, here's a good one.
Okay. 'Cause
This will be the final story in this news. Senator, Gina, I don't tailor the news for you.
Well, I
okay?
just, a little.
Senator Ted Cruz
I'm waiting.
may be taking off to a place a whole lot more distant than Cancun after a former high-ranking U.S. government official just outed him.
What?
Ron Klain, who was White House chief of staff to President Biden until earlier this month,
Okay.
was on the Stephen Colbert show.
Okay.
And they were talking about the recent spate of unidentified flying objects shot down by the U.S. military. Klain said, quote, "There is no evidence at all, I'm sorry, that it is aliens in any way, shape, or form."
Right.
Colbert pressed him. Are you saying that these aren't aliens or there's no evidence at all of any aliens out there? Klain said, well, there's no evidence of alien life on Earth other than Ted Cruz.
Wow. People really hate him.
Zing.
The audience erupted into applause.
When was the last time you heard somebody say something good about Ted
Never.
Cruz?
I have never heard anybody say anything about
I heard Al
Franken.
say, I had cordial conversations with him, but by God, he's the dumbest man I've ever met.
Yeah.
No, I thought he said something like, I like Ted Cruz better than most people like Ted Cruz, and I hate
Ted Cruz. Yeah.
Yeah. Just quickly, the way this story is written, why do they do this? They give away the punchline and the joke immediately. So the way it was written, and I tried to read around it, Senator Ted Cruz may be taking off to a place a whole lot more distant than Cancun after a high-ranking U.S. official outed him as an extraterrestrial. I didn't say that in the opening because it gives away the joke. Ron Klain, and then there's another place in there I just hate it when they write it like that. Give us the joke. Let us get to the joke. Anyway, that's it.
All right. Sports, weather, traffic.
The University of Utah women's basketball team, number 4 now in the Associated Press top 25, that's the highest ranking in Utes history. That's coming off wins over Washington and Washington State at the Huntsman Center. They moved up 3 spots on Monday.
Yay!
Go Utes!
What?
In other Ute news, Utes were nervous because Andy Ludwig got invited to go to Notre Dame and interview for...
Who's Andy Ludwig?
He's the offensive coordinator for the Utes football. And they're looking for a new head coach at Notre Dame. And everyone was a little nervous that he might take the job. He said, I'm not going to take that job. My guess is he wants Kyle's job when Kyle retires, whenever that is. But we'll see. The Jazz, let's see. They won last night. They beat the Indiana Pacers at 123-117. Speaking of the Huntsman Center, as I was just a minute ago, just a reminder, we'll have more updates as the NBA All-Star Game gets closer. But some of the events are going to be up at the Huntsman Center.
Oh, good.
So downtown, not just this side of town, but all the way up to the U. This weekend is going to be
I would say 21st South up.
Now, for some people, that's exciting. You can ride tracks for free that weekend, and if you are a basketball fan, I would highly suggest you come downtown for the events. There's lots of free or cheap events you can come down and participate in, but it is going to be all over the city this weekend.
They're inconveniencing me for basketball.
Well, it's a cool thing that the All-Star Game is here.
Intermittent closures between February 16 and 19, South Campus Drive and Mario Capecchi to 1800 East.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just going to be,
Intermittent closures.
Yeah.
Thanks.
a lot going on, which is cool. Salt Lake needs stuff going on. It's a good thing. Let's see, weather. So it snowed overnight, still a little bit in some places.
That was a surprise, wasn't it? I didn't expect this
Bill,
at all.
did you listen to my report, my weather report yesterday?
I mean, you said there was a very slight chance that there'd be.
But that means there's a chance.
Well,
Yeah. Oh, all the reports I saw said it would be overnight. But,
So it is very cold, and there's snow on the roads in places. Only going to get up to 30 for a high today, and looks like the snow should be tapering off mainly after 8 a.m. So it's about done, it looks like. But it has affected your commute this morning. A friend of the program said the route from I-15 North to 215 West is closed. The whole feeder to 215 is a total sheet of ice.
wow.
Thank you for sending that in. Crash northbound I-215 east at the I-80 junction in Mill Creek. The right shoulder's affected there. Westbound I-80 at milepost 136 Lambs Canyon. Left shoulder affected there. Crash northbound I-15 just north of Center Street in Utah County. That is also off to the right shoulder. Northbound I-15 45th South off-ramp. That's where you're going to see most of the issues. It looks like the ramps and the bridges can be slick. Plows are out, but they're not getting everywhere just yet, so you may encounter some snow-packed roads, actually, on your commute this morning. So make sure your lights are on, give yourself some space. Clear off the snow from your car. That is also helpful. And if you see something, you can text us. If it's safe for you to text 33986. Toyota has 20 vehicles with available all-wheel drive, four-wheel drive. Visit your Utah Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places.
Okay, well, we will take a break. We will be back. We got a letter from our son Kyle coming up. We got boner of the day on the way, and hello, yeah, what?
Which can be whatever you want it.
Yeah, hello, yeah, what? Coming up at just after we award boner of the day. 877-602-9696. This is your chance to tell us in person those horrible things that you texted to us earlier. This is a chance for you to say it in person. 877-602-9696. We'll have Kyle right after this. Stand by. KXRK Provo.
Hi, I'm Todd.
Radio from Hell with Carrie, Bill, and Gina. 96.3 FM, X96.
I got caught in an embarrassing moment this morning
Oh, good. I can't wait to hear.
here at work. Already, I've been at work about an hour now, and already caught in an embarrassing moment.
Are you saving it?
No, I'll tell you right now. I came in the back door, as I always do. I kind of hope Chris is listening. I don't know Chris's last name.
Mancow.
Yeah, Chris
Yeah,
Mancow.
sure.
Yeah. So Chris is a board operator here in the building, and he tends to another radio station. He's a very nice guy, very quiet guy, very shy, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Probably if he's hearing this, is embarrassed to hell that I'm even mentioning him on the radio. He's a very shy guy. So I come in the building this morning, and I'm walking down the long corridor there, and there down at the end of the corridor is a copy machine. And on the copy machine is sitting a big, it's like a briefcase, suitcase kind of thing.
Okay.
It looks like a toolbox, but not metal. It's a
Okay.
cord,
Okay.
fabric kind of stuff. What do they call that? Cordova. No. Anyway. So it's a big case with buckles on it and
Yeah.
everything. And it's sitting there and it's just out of place. It's odd. I've never seen it sitting there before. It's sitting, what is that? I think to myself. So then
How
I think
curious were you?
I open it up and start rifling through it. Look at this. Look at this. And I mean, there was nothing particularly strange.
Wait a
in
minute.
there.
You saw someone's luggage lying around and you just opened it?
Well, yeah.
Didn't you learn anything from the announcements at the airport?
Or anything from the Dick Van Dyke Show.
God.
But I, and I thought in my mind, maybe the reason I opened it is I thought, I wonder if because it looks like one of those things that the copy guy brings with his tools in it.
Okay.
To repair the copier. But I start going through it, and it's obviously somebody's briefcase. It's got some CDs in there, library books. There's an orange in
Yeah.
I went through it pretty extensive. No, I didn't. I didn't.
the
Sounds
very
like you
bottom
cataloged
there.
all of the stuff in there.
This is all stuff that I could sort of see right there. And as I'm kind of going through it, Chris comes up the hall the other way and goes, "Hey, that's mine." And I went, "Oh,
I'm sorry.
I thought it was the copy guys."
Because if it was the copy guys, that would have been okay to go.
Well,
through.
it was my duty to investigate as a junior TSA trainee.
TSA, which really does mean to stand around. I'm just convinced of it.
No, so sorry. I apologize to Chris, and I'll apologize again. But just I'm just standing there going through his stuff, and here comes the shyest guy in the building, going, "Hey!"
X96.3 and X96.com.
Up and hello, yeah, what? At any time, really. Is this a sponsored feature?
No, let's just do it.
All right, let's get right into it.
There was a boy, a very strange enchanted boy.
That boy being Kyle Brown, longtime friend and participant of the Radio from Hell show. From the time he was in high school, he was on our show weekly for years and years. We had a little break off with Kyle, and I saw him every once in a while. And then we learned he had ALS, which is fatal. And Kyle has been, because his speech is affected, he's been sending us letters. I'm going to read this one, and then at the end of it, I want just a couple more minutes to tell you about a conversation I had with his wife,
okay.
with Kyle's wife. This letter from Kyle begins, "The changes to my body happen so slowly it almost seems normal in the moment. The line is blurred on when I could stand up from the couch and when I couldn't. ALS kind of sneaks up on you. I haven't been out of the house in over a week. My trips are getting fewer and further apart. I can hardly remember leaving home daily. Even during the COVID shutdown, I would go for a drive or a bike ride or a walk or just outside to feed the chickens. I made it to another goal by living to my son's birthday. He turned 21 on Saturday. My next goals are in later March for the release of the Depeche Mode album, and then my birthday on the 26th of March. And then I'm hoping to live to better weather. I don't want my funeral in winter.
Ooh. Oh, jeez.
Maybe you could have a contest guessing the closest to the time and date of my death.
No!
When I was married 18 months ago, we started receiving postcards, at least one a week, sometimes 4 or 5, and no two were the same. On each postcard was handwritten a very personal note, maybe a verse to a song from a band I love, or something about the Tour de France, or a poem. It was always very well thought out and personal. We tried to figure out who it was for the last year and a half, but we just couldn't figure out who was sending them. I think the longest I went without getting a postcard was maybe 2 weeks, and I've been keeping them all for some reason in a drawer. 6 weeks ago, the postcards stopped. I figured it was just too hard to do anymore. Last week, I was chatting online with my friend Janice about our friend Carrie, who had unexpectedly died the first part of January, and then suddenly the timeline hit me. I told Janice the story of the postcards and when they had stopped, and she said how much Carrie had loved me and how much Carrie was devastated by my diagnosis. I've known Carrie for just over 10 years and would never have guessed that she felt that way or that she had sent the letters. She took that secret to her grave. She was very funny, and she would appreciate that comment. What a kind and thoughtful thing for somebody to do. It was anonymous, but it made me feel loved, and it was a positive impact in my life. I know she liked it anonymous, but I wish I could have thanked her. I guess I'll be able to soon enough, though.
Oh, jeez.
Note to self, new business idea. Pay service to relay messages to family members of the deceased. Secretly, do something nice today for somebody. Maybe do it every week. Eventually, one of you are going to die. Cheers, Kyle. Look over there.
What a nice idea.
Yeah.
And to do it anonymously, so you're not doing it to get credit for it. You're just doing it because it's a nice thing to do.
Well, I thought, I should talk to Kyle's wife, Colleen, and see if there's anything that we could do about this and to help out, or and by we I mean the three of us, but also everybody listening.
People ask, especially when we read these letters, they always want to know.
And we talked about, and she told me about preparing for Kyle. She said it's really hard to do, but I've kind of been trying to prepare for. We won't have a funeral, but we'll have a memorial service, and I've been trying to get those things in order. But the biggest problem is, I think 300 or 400 people would come to this.
Oh, sure.
So
And
where to do it?
We don't have a place. I don't know where we could possibly do it. Carrie had the suggestion.
The Davis Conference Center
Oh yeah.
is right there in his area,
Yeah,
and they have rooms.
If we could do something, though, that's, I mean, I don't want to have them pay for it. Or if they have to pay for it, maybe we'd raise the
I was
money.
going to say, I
Yeah.
think that we could do that.
Yeah, we could do that.
But maybe somebody there knows a place. It should be in Davis County.
That's where
So-
their family is.
So any place in Davis County that maybe you're associated with that has room for three or 400 people, or maybe you're with the Davis Conference Center and you're listening right now, get a hold of us. You can call us to help
Or
Kyle.
email
Well,
us.
you can do both. 877-602-9696. You can call, or you can email us.
Just radio from hell at x96.com.
Yeah, that'd be the best. Radio from hell at x96.com, or bill at x96.com. We'll get it.
It's a great little facility. It's where they've been having anime bonsai for years, and they have the nice big rooms, the big ballrooms, and chairs, and all of that stuff. So it just seemed like a natural. to
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
His wife, Colleen, is. They've been married. What did he say in the
18
letter?
months.
18 months. But they've been together for a lot longer
Yes.
than that. Quite a bit longer than that. And she's
She's an amazing lady.
pretty amazing. She's So anyway, if anybody knows anything about a venue to help out, please let us know.
Oh, we got a minute here. Do we have any business?
Oh, let me.
I saw something the other day. I want to just ask you what you think, if it was significant or not. I live on a route where I see a lot of ambulances.
Yes.
They go up to the hospital, and an ambulance went tearing up my street yesterday or day before, and it was followed by 2 cop cars. Is that significant?
Sure.
What do you think? It was like there's
That
somebody
could be
like a bad guy, a bad person.
that was maybe shot or injured as they were arresting them, and they're going up there to.
I
make sure
thought
it's
that was
secure.
interesting. I'd never seen that. I just 2 cop cars following close behind this
Yeah,
ambulance.
I'm sure that's.
There was something going on. Yeah.
Want to let you know
Yes.
today.
Yes.
The Duran Duran tickets go on sale.
Oh, is that today?
They're coming to town with Bastille
Mm-hmm.
and Nile Rodgers.
Cool.
It's going to be a great show, June 3rd at Vivint Arena. Tickets go on sale today, and there's a pre-sale code if you want to buy tickets today.
Oh.
And you buy these tickets at livenation.com. The pre-sale code is the word chorus, which is a hard word to spell, so I will spell it for you.
Chowrus.
Yes, CHORUS, chorus. So go to Live Nation if you want to get your Duran Duran tickets. And we'll have some to give away later, but don't count on winning them. If you know you don't want to miss this show, you want to get some tickets. That's how you do it.
All right. Thank you very much. Boner of the day coming up.
Here we go. These are the titles you'll be considering. Number 1. This is not the kind of behavior we expect from the most important ballet choreographer in Germany. Boner candidate number 2, Terry, it's time to go. And boner candidate number 3, the cheerleader was not pleased.
All right. Boner's on the way along with Big Boy News. Traffic?
Let's see. There's a crash northbound I-15 at the Collector, milepost 298. That's about 78 south on the right shoulder. Crash northbound I-15, I-215 east at the I-80 junction in Mill Creek. Westbound I-80, this is up by Lambs Canyon. And you're just going to experience some weather conditions this morning on your commute. East side is where it seems to be the slowest. Plows are out, but they might not have reached your neighborhood street. And roads are icy, particularly the ramps and the bridges, so give yourself a little extra time. Extra space, turn your lights on, make sure your snow is cleaned off your car.
All right. We'll take a break. We'll be back with Boner of the Day and Big Boy News. Stand by for all of that. Harmon's for Valentine's Day. Harmon's grocery stores. I love them.
If you, okay, so you've put off buying anything for Valentine's Day, and you're just going, oh wait a minute, what am I going to do? Mm-hmm. Harmon's is there for you.
Everything you need there. And I would say this isn't just like if you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
I always do Valentine's for my kids, and they love things like they have a strawberry tray that's heart-shaped that has a little strawberry dip in it.
Yes, I saw that
Yeah.
yesterday.
Those are good.
Those look good.
Yeah, and they have all kinds of just little gift ideas, little gift
Oh, yeah.
things too, things and flowers, beautiful, beautiful flowers. Maybe get your kids some flowers.
Yeah, my kids like flowers in their room.
So, cooking school class certificate. How about that? That would be a great date night Valentine gift.
And I found the red velvet cheese ball.
Did you buy it?
I did not. I should have,
You
though.
can do it today,
It
Gary.
looked great.
You
I can swing by today. Yeah.
All right. It's Harmon's Grocery. Everything you need for Valentine's Day. If you want to find a Harmon's, if you don't know where one is, you can go to harmonsgrocery.com.
Utah Talks About Radio from Hell.
My name is Alex Mercado.
We got Boner of the Day coming up.
You asked me, Gina, what I did over the weekend, and I said I was at a cabin, no running water. And you said, how did you handle that? Well,
What about if you got to go potty?
I'll tell you that part too, if you want. I mean, it's pretty simple. So this cabin in Logan Canyon belongs to my wife's cousin who lives in Maryland. She lives in a cabin in Maryland, and she has a cabin here.
All right.
And she loves it. She went to Utah State years ago. And so she just still loves it here. But she grew up in Maryland, and that's where she makes her home, and my wife's mother's sister is her mother. Anyway, and she's staying there with her mother because her mother now is Florine is her name. She's very, very old now. Still in great shape. We FaceTimed with her at the cabin.
You FaceTime
But-
Florine?
Yeah, we FaceTimed with
Wait,
Florine.
you had internet at the or well,
There
phone.
is-
It was on your phone.
There is
No-
Wi-Fi.
But no, there's Wi-Fi, but no running water.
Yeah. Well, the Wi-Fi doesn't freeze.
Ah,
So you have to shut the water off in the winter because it'll just all freeze up. But the way you do your business is there. I mean, there's a bathroom, which I've been there once in the summer, and it's a lovely bathroom. There's a beautiful shower in it and everything, but you can't use that in the winter. But so what you have to do is there are big jugs of water, and you have to fill up the tank about halfway. Now, if it's yellow, you just let it mellow for a while because you don't want to use all the water. But if it's brown, you fill up the tank and flush it down. So that's how you do
Okay.
it. And it's I mean, that's the only aspect of the whole thing that's roughing it, and it makes it a little inconvenient to do the dishes.
Brush your teeth.
You have to heat water on the stove. But there's an electric stove, and
It's like Little House on the Prairie.
not very much. No. But it's kind of it's really a nice little setting because, I mean, it's so close to the road, really, and yet when you go in there, it's like, you're in the wilderness. You only know the road is there in the winter because the leaves are off the trees, and you can every once in a while see a car go by or something. But other than that, it's like you're in the wilderness, and it's just she's just worked on it over the years that she's owned it, and it's just. Really, I mean, it's very nice inside. And then she's built there's an old garage, and she had a loft built over the garage in the attic of the garage, which is a separate sleeping area. So that's, so people can go and sleep in there, and it's heated, and it's beautiful, just a beautiful space.
Did you see critters?
Let's see. No, but there were 2 dogs there and a cat. She travels across country. She drives when she comes out here. And she brings her 2 dogs and her cat, and they just sort of sleep in the back of the car. And she said they're no trouble. But the dogs are oh my God, they're spaniels, and they're really nice. They're not cocker spaniels, but they're some sort of spaniel.
English spaniel.
Yeah, and they're really nice dogs, but they're so needy. It's like they can't leave you alone for a second. Would you just get away from me? I don't want to stick their nose up and have you, please pet me, please. Come on, please. No, go. Finally, it gets to the point where you have to go. Go, go. And the cat is an interesting. So the dogs are Tristan and Trinity and Tristan from the Matrix. Is that right, Tristan? Is that the other one?
I don't know of a
Trinity. Who's somebody else in the Matrix? Not Neo.
Mr. Anderson?
Oh, it's
Mr. Anderson. Yeah.
that'd be a good name for a dog.
Yeah.
No, it's what's his name? The cat is Morpheus.
Okay.
Okay.
So and the cat's interesting because he's really old, and sleeps. Cats always sleep, but I mean this cat really sleeps, and like loud noises that doesn't faze it at all. And it's a lovely cat, and it really likes attention. But it's so skinny, and when every once in a while he sneezes and he sneezes blood.
He's going to die on the trip back.
Yes.
Maybe
Probably won't.
They're
make
going to
it
be
back.
burying him in Iowa on the way back.
she says, I'm not quite sure. I'm just, I think about having him put down, but he doesn't. He's not in pain, and he seems to be. He eats and seems to be enjoying life well enough, but yeah, he's not long for the world. But he's kind of a cool cat, just really. Nothing phases him. And so, anyway, it was 2 days. So it was Janine is the cousin. And then 2 friends from Salt Lake are up there, too. My wife's cousin and her husband, who's the retired English professor who I do the literature classes with.
The book club?
It's a literature class, Gina. I'm sorry.
Book club.
Gina, right now we're studying T.S. Eliot, The Wasteland.
That's a
really?
book.
You think it's
That's a poem.
It's a poem, Gina. It's not a poem club. It's a literary discussion group is what it is, taught by a retired professor. But so they were there, and so Michael, the professor, he makes martinis, and he really makes martinis, and so that's why I didn't get any rest. Martinis and
Passing out isn't rest?
and long discussion. Well, no, because you don't wake up very refreshed, and there's usually lint in your mouth. So
From the cat.
yeah. The cat. That's the first time I've had you routinely let your animals sleep with you.
Always, yes.
I did when I was growing up. We had cats, and the cats would always sleep. But I have not allowed it as an adult. But I woke up, and there was Morpheus, curled up next to me. And it was kind of pleasant, actually.
What if I told you that my litter box was full?
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of sad. It's just this little light spray. And I'm just like, I was looking at my phone. I went, what are these little red dots on my phone? Oh, geez, Morpheus.
The scents of summer, barbecues, days at the beach, with your buddies, the smell of a man, a cologne that says,
I am a man. I am all man. I am very, very manly, dude.
Radio from Hell brand beer scented cologne. A little one-on-one b-ball at the playground, or working all day on your car in the hot, hot sun. A man wants to smell like a man. Radio from Hell brand beer scented cologne. Being a man is hot, sweaty work, and hot, sweaty work all goes better with beer.
Radio from Hell brand beer scented cologne. Now available in convenient 6-packs at Checker Auto Parts and on draft in kegs at Costco.
Coming soon. Radio from Hell brand Zima scented perfume for the ladies.
Nirvana for me.
Still a great damn song.
Yep.
Mm.
Let's see. It's heart-shaped boxed. 7:24. Time for Boner of the Day. 3 news stories. These will be examples of bad, stupid, or funny human behavior. And you will decide with your vote of these 3 candidates which one is the worst, which one deserves to be Boner of the Day for today, February 14, 2023. Give you 2 candidates now, a third after the news. Once you've heard all 3, you'll vote. One of you lucky random boner voters will receive.
I can't buy it. Gotta win it. Radio from Hell boner t-shirt.
Boner candidate number 1. This is not the kind of behavior we expect from the most important ballet choreographer in Germany. On Saturday night, Wiebke Huster,
Oh, he's the best.
a German dance critic, was taking a break from watching a ballet program at Hanover's main opera house when the choreographer, Marco Gok, appeared in front of her. That morning, Miss Huster had published a review of Mr. Gok's latest work, and it was not positive.
Oh.
Watching his new dance in the Dutch mountains audiences would feel like they are either going insane or being killed by boredom.
Wow.
She wrote in the Frankfurter Allgemeine Zeitung, which is a major German newspaper. So it was perhaps unsurprising when Mr. Goecke, G-O-E-C-K-E, Goecke, let's say, Goecke, the ballet director at the Hanover State Opera, confronted her, asking why she wrote so negatively about him. What was a surprise was that Mr. Goecke, who is known for his pet dachshund, Gustav,
It's a good name for a dog.
as well as for his work, pulled out a bag filled with dog excrement and rubbed it in the face of Ms. Huster. Rubbed dog feces all over her face. Ms. Huster, a dance critic for 25 years, said in a phone interview that she was so shocked she started to scream. It was terrible, she said.
Well, yeah.
As soon as she composed herself, she reported Mr. Goecke, who last year was jointly awarded Germany's main dance prize. The Hanover State Opera, in a statement, said, "We have suspended Mr. Goecke." They say, "This is not behavior that we expect from the most famous choreographer in Germany."
Oh, you didn't make that part up?
No. No. Boner candidate number one. This is not the kind of behavior we expect from the most important ballet choreographer in Germany.
Wow.
Here's boner candidate number 2. Terry, it's time to go. I like whoever wrote this. I like the way they did it. There has to be a point where the leadership at Fox Sports realizes that it's time to stop giving Terry Bradshaw a role in NFL coverage.
This is terrible.
It's getting beyond uncomfortable to watch at this point. Now, I will parenthetically tell you, when I was a student at Penn State University in State College, Pennsylvania, Terry Bradshaw was at his prime.
Sure.
He was the quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he was a magnificent quarterback.
Huge star.
But we also always referred to him as the dumbest quarterback in the business.
Yeah.
Not a bright guy. Just 2 weeks after Bradshaw essentially ruined the trophy ceremony for the Philadelphia Eagles at the NFC Championship, Bradshaw was, and I'm not sure what he did there, Bradshaw was back on the podium to ruin yet another presentation, this time at the Super Bowl. When it came time for him to introduce Andy Reid, Bradshaw opted to make multiple jokes about the Super Bowl winning head coach's weight. Even if Bradshaw was trying to be funny, there was seriously no justification to make these remarks. Reid just won the Super Bowl for the second time, and instead of highlighting that accomplishment, Bradshaw thought it was appropriate to focus on Reid's appearance and tell him to, quote, "waddle on over here, coach." That came after calling him big guy a couple of times and also asking him if he'd like a cheeseburger. It was really uncalled
he's fat.
for. Yeah. It was really uncalled for. Boner candidate number 2, Terry, it's time to go.
I think Terry's having medical issues.
You think?
Well, he's been hospitalized, I know.
But I mean, like, maybe.
And ever since he and JoJo Starbuck broke up years ago, it just hasn't been. Coming up in a moment, boner candidate number 3. This is a good one. The cheerleader was not pleased.
Boner candidate number 3 coming up after this. Big Boy News and Opinioendo brought to you by
The Stateroom Presents, bringing you live music memories. Don't miss Larkin Poe on Tuesday, February 14th. That's today at the Commonwealth Room. Get tickets and the full lineup at thestateroompresents.com.
Tragedy. One of our precious celebrities has passed. Austin Majors, actor Austin Majors, dead at 27. He was most associated with the TV show NYPD Blue. The former child actor's breakout role came in 1999 when he starred as Theo Sipowicz, son of Detective Andy Sipowicz. He was just a toddler almost on the NYPD Blue. Majors appeared in 48 episodes of NYPD Blue, then went on to appear in various television shows throughout the aughts, including appearances on ER, a 2-episode arc on the Hercules miniseries. Other shows Majors appeared in include NCIS. He worked in small roles continually, was very proud of his craft. Austin was the kind of son, brother, and grandson and nephew that made us all proud. We will miss him deeply forever, said his family. And Forbes magazine has named the highest paid entertainers of 2022. Number one on the list. Have you heard who it was?
I saw the list. So
I have not seen it.
Let's start with number 7. These are the top 7.
It's mostly musical acts, right?
Yeah, it's all acts. Yeah. Oh, they're 10. It's all musical. Number 10, Bad Bunny. 9, Taylor Swift. 8, James Cameron. 7, The Rolling Stones. Oh, it's all entertainment, I guess, because 6 is Brad Pitt. 5, James L. Brooks and Matt Groening. 4, Trey Parker and Matt Stone. Number 3, Tyler Perry. Number 2, highest paid entertainer, Sting.
And you will never guess number 1.
With $210 million.
Is it Elton John?
No.
No.
Genesis.
Genesis?
$230 million.
Not Phil Collins, but Genesis.
The reason is they just sold their entire music catalog for a huge amount of money.
How much does it say?
Let's see if it says here. I heard the figure. Let's see.
It's like a crazy amount of money.
It was triple digits, millions.
Hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
This is the thing now. Justin Bieber just sold all his music rights for like $200 million.
I think Springsteen did too, didn't he?
Springsteen
he did sell all of his, yeah.
Tina Turner did. It's smart.
Genesis earned $230 million last year, both from the farewell tour and individual income streams like royalties from In the Air Tonight, which
Still,
that song continues to generate tons of money.
Yep.
All right. Roy High School. The Weber School District announced Monday that it has conducted an investigation into taunting by Roy High School students during a recent basketball game and issued sanctions against the school. The district said it opened an investigation after receiving complaints about derogatory comments and barking by Roy students at a boys' basketball game on their home court. The investigation determined that there were indeed violations of policies enacted by both the district and the Utah High School Activities Association. The incident in question appeared to be a game on January 13 when social media users said that Roy students were barking at certain students on the Hunter High School team because of their ethnicity. As a result of the investigation findings, here's what the district is going to do to Roy High. They're going to really, really come down on them.
Okay, I'm waiting. Let's hear it.
The student section is going to be moved to the upper section of the stands for at least the next 2 games. And in the future sporting events, they will not be allowed to taunt or make any type of animal noise or any other cheer chant that is meant to bait, anger, embarrass, or ridicule or demean others.
And you're going to stop this how?
Roy High School will provide additional staff to monitor and address inappropriate behavior.
It's a babysitter in the stands to say, hey, knock it off.
Yep.
That's not going to help.
No.
I don't think kids are going to care.
I think they should have just suspended them for the season.
Yes.
Former South Carolina Republican Governor Nikki Haley announced today that she will run for president, an office that she will never hold.
Nope.
Haley is expected to deliver remarks Wednesday in Charleston at campaign launch event. Quote, the Washington establishment has failed us over and over and over again. It's time for a new generation of leadership to rediscover fiscal responsibility, secure our border, strengthen our country, our pride, and our purpose. Man, I haven't heard anybody say things like that.
Never. This is all fresh.
Nikki Haley.
Yeah.
The rescues continue in Syria and Turkey. A baby girl who was born under the rubble of her family's home in North Syria after the earthquake was in good health Monday and being breastfed by the wife of the director of the hospital where she's being cared for.
Wow.
The infant, named Aya, which is Arabic for a sign from God by hospital workers, may be able to leave the hospital as soon as Tuesday or Wednesday, according to her great uncle, Salah al-Badran. He said the baby's parental aunt, who recently gave birth and survived the quake, will raise her. I guess the mother did not survive.
Wow.
The newborn's mother died after giving birth in in the aftermath of the 7.8 magnitude quake that hit Turkey and Syria. Her father and 4 siblings were also killed in the earthquake. A Georgia judge, said on Monday that he will disclose parts of a grand jury report later this week that details an investigation into election interference by former President Donald J. Trump and his allies, though he says he will keep the jury's specific recommendations secret for now. So apparently he's going to be letting us see what the jury saw,
But not whether they recommend
but not
it.
what they recommend. In making his ruling, the judge said the special grand jury raised concerns in its report that, quote, some witnesses may have lied under oath during their testimony.
Oh.
But the 8-page ruling included a few other revelations about the report, the contents of which have been carefully guarded. The ruling does, however, indicate that the special grand jury's findings are serious. The report includes a roster of those who should or should not be indicted, and for what. So the jury is going to recommend indictments. That's big news.
I've stopped getting excited about these things, though. I'll be excited when
But that's true. They are going to recommend indictments.
Lock him up.
While we still can. And finally, this story. We've gotten used to the KFC menu. I mean, I have. Looking pretty much the same year after year. You know, buckets of fried chicken.
Yeah.
The pot pies, the mashed potatoes and gravy, fluffy biscuits, fresh-baked chocolate chip cookies. Oh, they left out the corn, the cobbets of corn. Unfortunately, all good things must eventually come to an end, just as KFC pulled its potato wedges from the menu in 2020.
What?
I was so pissed.
I didn't care about the
I
potato
love potato wedges.
Yeah.
They're now discontinuing several more items to further streamline the menu. Here's what they are going to... Now, they're not going to get rid of, fried chicken.
Of course.
And the biscuits are safe.
Well,
Phew.
that's good.
Yes.
And taters and gravy, I imagine.
Yes, those are safe.
still
But
fine,
here's what's going to go. And I don't think I'll miss... Well, no, I'll miss one of these. They're discontinuing the chicken wings. That's okay.
Yeah.
Nashville hot sauce. That's minor. Chocolate chip cookies. I don't really care.
I don't go there for cookies.
Strawberry lemonade.
No, that's tasty.
And popcorn chicken.
I get the popcorn chicken.
You're not going to get the popcorn
No
chicken
more
anymore.
popcorn chicken. KFC's
Because the
official.
popcorn chicken is... Allow me, being
Please.
the fast food aficionado that I am.
Because this was a discussion we had on Super Bowl. Go ahead.
Because if you are wanting to eat and drive, Kentucky Fried Chicken is not... That is get to go and go eat somewhere at a table. You can't eat
Gina?
that while you're driving your car. You know what you can eat while you're driving the car?
Popcorn chicken.
Popcorn chicken.
Here's what you can also eat while you're driving your car. Replacing popcorn chicken will be all white meat chicken nuggets cooked in the original recipe.
Oh!
Now, are you?
There you go.
Have you changed your mind now?
Yes.
There you go.
Because
my complaint about the popcorn chicken is it doesn't taste like the fried chicken, like the regular chicken.
yeah.
Okay.
I want my original recipe
So
flavor.
Okay, so you're in favor of
There
it.
it goes.
Yes.
All right.
There you go.
Okay.
You got
Good news for Gina today.
it. Oh, it's me too. I go to Kentucky Fried Chicken, to KFC
Please.
once every 2 or 3 years.
I've been going every day after soccer practice because Mohammed, the thing he's craving after soccer practice is drumsticks.
But
so
you
I
used
will
to go
get
to the other place.
several-
You used to go to
Raising Cane's is
Raising
after
Cane's.
golf, Bill.
That's after golf, Bill. Come on.
your family is weird.
Keep up.
Keep up.
You're just weird.
There's a reason we do the things that we do.
There is a method.
No, there isn't.
Weather traffic.
Okay, so the snow, that's done. There may be some residual effects on the roads, and it's very cold. Only going to get up to 30 for a high today. Mostly cloudy overnight tonight. They'll be very chilly tonight. 16 for an overnight low, it looks like. Tomorrow, no snow and mostly sunny, high of 30. And the storm has cleared the air out a bit. So that's the good news. Traffic, let me refresh this, see if anything new has happened. I'll also check my message stream. That's where you text in traffic or popcorn chicken that you're seeing. 33986 is where you do that. Crash northbound I-15 at the collector ramp, 72nd South. the right shoulder being affected there. Crash northbound I-215 at the I-80 junction in Mill Creek. Looks like a lot of slowage just going northbound generally from the point of the mountain through Draper, Sandy, Murray, coming into downtown Salt Lake. And what are you seeing out there? You can text us, like I said, 33986. The downtown winter market is open Saturdays at the Gateway, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Shop fresh produce, meats, unique gift ideas in the craft market. More information at slcfarmersmarket.org.
Gina, I'm backing off my previous comments. Your son wants to go to a Raising Cane right after golf.
Yeah.
After soccer, it's KFC.
Yes.
And this is... That's much better than my kids who say, when you say, what do you want? I don't know.
At least he knows. At least he knows.
At least he knows.
Coming up.
Hello, yeah, what?
Get ready to call in with your...
Hello, yeah, what?
877-602-9696. Call in after we award Boner of the Day. Boner candidate number 3.
The cheerleader was not pleased. It's not every day you see a cheerleader thrown out of a basketball game, but here we are. Just that happened to a cheerleader from Mississippi Valley State University who, for some reason, decided it was a good idea to walk onto the court and confront an Alabama A&M player during Saturday's conference game. During the second half, played at the Harrison Hyper Complex, the cheerleader was doing a front hurdler jump when Bama guard forward Dallin Smith, who was inbounding the ball, appeared to accidentally hit her leg. Just kind of an accident. Well, she was not pleased. The next time down the court, when play stopped, the cheerleader walked up to Smith on the court to confront him. When she got to Dallin, she actually appeared to give him a shove in the chest. You can hear somebody yell for security on the live broadcast. The MVSU broadcasters were baffled by the events as they attempted to figure out what was happening. Security and police approached the cheerleader. They're going to put one of the cheerleaders out of the game, the broadcaster said. It's getting heated in here. The woman was eventually escorted out of the arena. On a positive note, Alabama A&M won the game. But she did. I saw the video. She just walks up to the guy.
Were
and
they dating? Were they, what's the...
No, he bumped into her.
So that's it?
On the sideline, accidentally.
Okay.
She got pissed. When he came down the court, she walked up to him, and, you can see she's saying, you better watch your step, buddy, and gave him a shove.
Wow.
Yeah. Boner candidate number 3.
All right, let's review the first 2 and vote.
Boner candidate number 1. This is not the kind of behavior we expect from the most important ballet choreographer in Germany. The choreographer, the most important one in Germany, smearing dog feces in the face of a critic after a negative review. Boner candidate number 2, Terry, it's time to go. Terry Bradshaw, post-game comments at the Super Bowl about Andy Reid's weight. Particularly when he said, hey, Andy, waddle on over here. What a dick.
Wow.
And Boner candidate number 3, the cheerleader was not pleased.
All right. It is time for you to vote for Boner of the Day. 1, 2, or 3. Remember your candidate number, the one that you think should win, and put that single digit in the message of a text. Text that to 33986. Pretty easy. You can call Katie in the producer's booth. She'll take your live voice vote at 877-602-9696. Or you can go online, x96.com, look for the box that says Boner of the Day, February 14, 2023, and vote there. And if you don't see that box, refresh your internet browser. It'll appear. Click and vote. Okay. You've only got 4 minutes to do it, though, so let's go. It's Boner of the Day. Now, as soon as we award Boner of the Day, we're going to clear out the phone lines and start with Hello, Yeah, What? This is your opportunity to call and talk about anything. Anything. 4 minutes. Here we go.
Don't miss a single moment of the Radio from Hell.
Now, I got this email from Marianne Daly, and it says, hi, Bill, longtime friend of the program. listen and love the show. Nothing makes me my morning better. I work from home, so I always have the radio on, and more often than not, find myself laughing really, 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 really hard out loud, of course. I identify with you most of the time of the three. So it says, anyway, Marianne goes on to say, I'm writing lately due to the interns. I really enjoyed the interview you did with Matt. What a smart, charming, and funny man.
I didn't know I was on the webcam.
She didn't say anything about the way you looked
Oh,
at
okay.
this point. Smart, charming, and funny. Shows real interest in radio. He's one to keep around.
Really?
Keeper.
Oh, and he brought you Patron Silver. He rocks. He also has that radio voice. Forget that Guthrie guy. Oh no, it says Gumthrie.
Guthrie?
Yeah, forget Gumthrie.
That's Guthrie's evil twin. Yeah.
Sorry, he just didn't do anything for me. And try to work it out so that Matt has some more radio time.
Ooh.
That would be sweet.
Dad, you are so cute.
I know.
And funny.
Thank you, Carrie.
Thanks, Marianne.
Wow.
Now, I just wonder if this would change Marianne's opinion at all. This is an email that I got from Matt.
From this Matt?
Yeah.
Wait, which? Oh, was this the one I sent on Monday?
I suppose so.
When you weren't here?
Yeah. Today, says Matt, it says subject, hello, my name is Matt Timian, and I know how to offend the CEO of Simmons like no other. Today I wore a T-shirt that says Godweiser on the front and This Blood's for You on the back. Of course it's a parody shirt.
Of course.
Oh, really?
No.
And it was meant to be serious and worn by Christians. I often find gems like these and wear them as a parody of a parody. Witty and original, I know. Anyway, the CEO of Simmons, I suppose he means Craig Hansen?
Yes.
It was correct.
Craig was walking by me in the hallway with another gentleman in a suit, and after walking past me, they both stopped, turned around, and looked at my shirt. I pretended not to notice.
Looked at the ceiling.
I then heard them say, we have some really interesting people working here. They continued to mumble about how interesting I am, and then walked up the stairs.
You're making it sound a lot more positive than it really was.
Yes, I'm not taking it as positive at all. Yes, I know how to make an impression. Now I'm certain to get a job. Matt Timian. So, Marianne, there's just more evidence.
It's probably making her more hot for him.
Probably is.
Well,
here's Marianne's email, Matt, if you'd like to
thank you.
contact her.
That would be great.
Maybe she could help you with the crock pots and the little smokies.
Appreciate you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Matt Timian,
Oh,
our intern.
him and Marianne.
Matt and Marianne.
How nice.
I don't know. He's 2 divorces down already. I don't.
Well, if I could counsel Matt on anything, I'd just say don't do it again. Don't get married again.
Date all you want.
Date all you want, have a girlfriend, but don't marry again.
I don't trust Matt as far as I can throw him.
Really?
I think you should try to throw him.
I can't throw him. I can throw him an inch. That's how much I trust him.
Oh, I'm sure you can do more than an inch.
2 inches, maybe. I just can't. I'm kind of weak. You should know that about me. I'm weak.
I just thought you meant more.
Was a toddler. I shoved a crayon up my nose, and
Really?
we had to go to the emergency room to get it taken out.
Why am I not surprised?
What color was it?
I don't. I was.
I bet
I
it was.
a toddler.
I'll bet it was a burnt sienna.
You think? It wasn't when it went in, but when it came out, it was.
Boom. All right. Let's. Hello, yeah, what begins very, very soon. Just as soon as we award Boner of the Day.
Yeah, and we can't do that feature unless you call. Okay, 877-602-9696, and ask us anything you want or say anything you want. So, within reason.
Yeah.
The voting. Oh, it's brought to you in part by a hot turkey sandwich.
Ooh.
And currently, Haster Games sale. All board games are 10% off. All Star Wars, X-Wing, Armada, and Legion are 25% off. All two-player, 20% off. It's a perfect time to get a game and save at Haster Games in Midvale or at HasterGames.com.
You know, a hot turkey sandwich with a just a piece of white bread, turkey, and then gravy poured.
I was
over
going to ask, is it open face?
Yeah, that's what it was. And of course, my child, they went, I don't know. I don't think you ate two of them.
Ate two of them.
Loved it. So the Boner voting is very surprising to me. The choreographer smearing dog feces in the face of a critic came in dead last. I thought that would win.
Really?
Boner candidate number 3, the cheerleader, got 59 votes, but nobody could beat Terry Bradshaw with 135 votes on Boner of the Day.
Yeah, I had several texts telling us we were wrong about that one.
Oh, no. So the cheeseburger part of it, he talks about liking cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
saying waddle on over here.
Yeah.
You can separate the cheeseburger comment from the, hey,
Why?
hey, Andy Reid, water, because it's a common thing that Andy Reid, after a game, has a cheeseburger. He's talked about that.
He has said he likes cheeseburgers. It doesn't take Terry Bradshaw to point it out while he's making fat comments about it.
No, the waddle on over here was the bad.
Big guy.
Bit much.
Big guy.
All right, so there it is. That's your Boner of the Day for today, February 14, 2023.
You mean people were sticking up for Terry Bradshaw?
No, it's a thing. So there's a whole article, actually, and actually this starts out, hello, yeah, what? Let me tell you this.
Yeah, what?
All right.
There's a whole article about pre-Super Bowl interviews with Andy Reid, and there's a million of them. Every single sports outlet wants to interview the coaches before the game.
Okay.
And he started to get mad because when people go to do an interview, their Katie will hand them a piece of paper that says, here's some things you can talk to Andy Reid about. Right. And on that piece of paper, for many of them, was, he really loves cheeseburgers. Ask him about cheeseburgers.
Oh.
And after about the 10th person asked him, he got irritated, and he was like, why doesn't anybody want to talk about football? Why does everybody keep asking? Because there's some nugget out there in the internet that says Andy Reid likes cheeseburgers. So it's kind of been a thing, is why people are saying.
Well, I'm sure glad Terry Bradshaw asked him about it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's as good a place as any to
Hello, yeah, what?
start Hello, Yeah, What at 877-602-9696. And, call in whatever it is that you want to talk about.
Yeah, you can say, you can plug a business or an event. You can chat with us. You can ask us any question, and we'll answer almost any question.
Yeah. All right, let's begin with, let's see, it looks like Ranger Kate is here. Let's go to Ranger Kate.
Hello, yeah, what?
Hi. What's up?
Well, I need a tiebreaker vote.
Okay.
I'm hoping one of you guys can settle a tie in our house.
Well, what if we don't? What if the three of us disagree, each one of us? What should we do?
Then I think we're going to have to get a coin toss app or something.
Okay.
Seriously.
All right.
I'm ready.
Decide.
Okay.
So my kids and I have the President's Day weekend coming up. Don't have school Friday. And I'm trying to decide between two national parks to go to, and I'm really torn.
Okay.
First one is Rocky Mountain National Park over in Colorado. So in the middle of the Rocky Mountains, it would be a winter trip.
All right.
The other trip, my backup plan in case the weather was bad, was Death Valley down in California. So we've been to both parks. We love both parks. The weather is kind of not as great in Colorado, but the location we're staying at in Death Valley is a little more basic, shall we say, so it's not going to be as nice of a place. So we're really torn on which place to go to.
Well,
what say ye?
I would go to Death Valley, but why don't you find a better place in Death Valley?
Well, there's real slim pickings in Death Valley. There's like nowhere to stay in the park unless you want a tent camp, which I don't do in the winter, even in Death Valley.
How about Valley of Fire?
That's kind of far away.
Yeah.
That's like a 2-hour drive from 2.5-hour drive from Death Valley. So that would be really hard to get in the park every day.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's
There's
the part.
not a lot of places to stay at Death Valley, so it's really slim pickings unless you're like, $500 a night.
I would still
which
say
I'm
Death.
not.
I would still say Death Valley. Just it's warmer.
See, I feel like you're leaning toward Rocky Mountain National Park.
I love winter vacations.
Yeah.
I love the mountains and the snow, and I love snowshoeing. But it's supposed to be like really windy on Sunday, like 30-mile-an-hour winds. So that's kind of dissuading me
for
from
me,
the snowy vacation.
well, I mean,
that's not fun.
but for me, I would avoid any place with death in the title. That's me. That's just a simple little equation for me. It's
The
So.
time to go to Death Valley is like February because it's going to be like 60 degrees and sunny and
well,
warm.
I can use the Coin Toss app here if you'd like. We can do it right now.
Okay, give me your vote on the Coin Toss app. My kids are split equally too.
Okay.
My son wants to go to Death Valley. My daughter wants to go to Rocky
You
Mountain.
decide what's heads and what's tails. Tell me now.
We'll do Tails Death Valley.
All right.
Heads Rocky Mountain.
Coin Toss app says heads.
Rocky Mountain.
Rocky Mountain.
Rocky Mountain.
Have a good trip. See ya.
Easy.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Let us know.
You see?
877-602-9696.
We can help you.
Hello, yeah, what?
And we'll continue after these, 877-602-9696. And Texter, I'm going to block you for first world problems. I hate that comment more than anything.
What's that?
She has to choose between where she wants to go on her vacation. Oh, it's a first world problem. Shut up.
She's taking her kids to a park.
And wait a minute. That was just a frivolous, lighthearted
Exactly.
conversation.
Exactly. God, when we try to solve real problems on this show, you guys get upset, okay? We try to tell you about creeping fascism. No, you don't want to hear that. And now we can't even have lighthearted conversations.
877-602-9696 if you want a dose of that.
Hello, yeah, what?
Oh, I'll bring it.
Hang on, Braden. We'll get to you as soon as we take care of some business.
Yeah.
Part of that business is telling you what's happening out on the roads. And that's your business to tell us, too, by the way. Crash at the on-ramp northbound I-15 at Beck Street, milepost 312. There's also a crash northbound I-15 72nd south at the collector ramp there. You see a pattern here. Collectors ramps, icy. That's where the
Bridges.
Bridges, yeah, that's where most of the issues are this morning. Lots of slowdowns. I-15 northbound from Sandy into Murray and southbound out of North Salt Lake coming into downtown Salt Lake. Excel Automotive Repair, commuter vehicle repair specialists, Asian and small domestic vehicles, dealership quality service, independent shop rates, 33rd South, 290 East. Make an appointment at excelautomotive.com.
All right. Thank you very much. KXRK Provo will be back with more Hello, Yeah, What's.
Hello, yeah, what?
After these, 877-602-9696. BigOTires.com. This Bigfoot thing is happening.
Yeah, Bigfoot has arrived at your locally owned and operated Big O Tires. Now, they've got a big Bigfoot stand-up, one of those cardboard stand-ups.
Mm-hmm.
And so you stop by your Big O Tire store, all of them, any one of them. You take a selfie with Bigfoot, post it on your social media, and you'll save up to $100 off select sets of Sumitomo tires. Take a selfie with Bigfoot stand-up, save $100 instantly.
Pretty easy way to save some money.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You could even go to the Big O that Carrie goes to and have a double Bigfoot experience.
Because they got a mural. And I didn't realize there's two Bigfoots on that mural.
Oh, really?
I thought there was just the one big one, but there's two.
Well, they didn't want them to be lonely.
I guess.
By the way, the Big O Tires make an appointment online. I did it for the first time ever this past Friday. Works like a charm.
Mm-hmm.
You make an appointment, you get in there, they're slick as anything. BigOTires.com is where you want to go. They are the team you trust.
Utah.
We got the rest of the potato chips.
All right, now we've tried so we started with the cappuccino flavored Lay's potato chips.
Which didn't knock us out, but we didn't hate, except for Gina. She
I
hated
hated
them.
them.
Now,
The wasabi.
now they've had 4 new flavors, and people want to call them both. Wasabi. Bill tried the wasabi as well. Bill Frost.
Yep. Not hot. Good, not hot.
Yeah.
They're not hot.
Now,
tasty.
But they're flavorful.
Now I've got the bag of cheddar, bacon, mac and cheese here, and Gina said of the wasabi, "Oh, you got your winner right here." My guess is she won't even try the bacon, mac and cheese.
Yeah, I'm sure there's not actual cheese in it.
I don't
No,
care.
there is. There is. I read the ingredients. There's like cheese powder or something. This is your winner. She won't even try them. No.
I thought you didn't like cheese not because of the flavor, but because it's cheese. And this is
It's a principle. No, I'm not gonna.
and this is far enough
You're
removed
gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
from cheese
do it.
that
She has standards and principles.
I have totally arbitrary rules.
That's exactly. I think that's your winner.
Now there's one more there. What's
Yeah.
that one?
Mango salsa.
Which
Those are-
somebody in the chat room said tasted like potpourri.
Right.
this isn't bad.
Yeah.
Maybe it actually is potpourri.
Although if you eat a few of those, the bacon mac and cheese, they get kind of too salty.
They're not bad.
And here's the wavy mango salsa.
Wavy mango salsa.
Wavy because
I like the idea of mango
Yeah.
salsa.
No?
No good.
Potpourri? Too sweet?
yeah,
Let's see.
too artificial.
Am I right then, without even tasting the bacon mac and cheese, that the wasabi is the best?
No, the bacon mac and cheese is better.
Well, I think your winner is the bacon mac and cheese, because mainstream America will love that flavor.
Let me see the wasabi again.
No.
Yeah,
You
potpourri.
love those.
I bought them. What do you
Potpourri.
mean no?
Yeah, mango salsa is a hard sell.
Yeah, that's no good. I don't like it.
You can put it on the back of your toilet tank.
Why would you?
Yeah. Out of all of them, I would say the wasabi is the best flavor, but the winner is the bacon mac and cheese. America will vote for that one.
Oh, yeah.
By the
Mango
way-
salsa's weird.
Yeah. By the way, you notice I'm sharing all of my chips. Girl who wouldn't give me a cookie last week.
4 cookies made for me with my name on them. A gift.
Yeah.
Was
Yes.
it 4 cookies that
Yes.
spelled out Gina?
No, but my name was written on the box.
Yeah. I know.
It's different than you buying 4 bags of chips.
It's
not the
you know,
same thing at all.
I know. It would have been
You
a
could
gift.
replace these chips at any moment
It would have
several
been
times over.
It would have been a gift from your heart, which you were unwilling to make to someone who argued for equal wages for you.
You can't drag that out.
Yeah, why not?
It was proposed.
I can't even finish this one mango
They're
salsa.
terrible.
Yeah, they're not good.
Actually, I like the wasabi okay. I like the bacon mac and cheese best.
I had high hopes for the mango salsa one. If it actually tasted like mango salsa.
Too much mango, not enough salsa. That's the problem.
In a
You
couple
got
of
your percentages off.
In a couple of seconds, I'm going to try one of those dog biscuits. That you
They're
put
very
out
good.
For Ripley.
They're peanut butter.
Braden was there, been there for a long time, Carrie, on line 2.
For hello, yeah.
Hello, yeah,
For
what?
hello.
Yeah.
Hello, yeah, what?
Lines are full right now.
If you're just moving here from California and don't know what this is,
Oh,
it's an innovative radio feature that we alone have dared to do.
Taking unscreened calls, which is really stupid.
877-602-9696. Your voice on the radio right now.
Braden, let's hear your voice on the radio. You there?
Hello, good morning. Thank you for inventing this program.
Yeah, where are you calling from, Braden?
I am calling from Centerville.
All right, what have you for us?
Quick shout out to my friend Ashley. Hey Ash, hope you have a good day. She's working really hard as a single mom to just try to keep things together, and I really feel for her.
You got this,
so
Ashley.
I hope she's doing well.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to talk about, we actually got some good weather this year. We're going to have hopefully a decent amount of water this summer and get out and do some good camping, fishing, things like that. So I'm hoping for that. Kind of sick of the snow. Kind of sick of the cold.
No,
so I'm ready for summer.
Let's continue loving the snow for a little while longer. But it is helping. I heard some water expert say that actually reservoirs should start looking really good this spring.
That will be so nice
and
for a
that's,
change.
we need
that
three
makes me
more.
happy.
We need 3 more winters like this to get back to where we were, though. Is the thing.
Braden, thanks for checking in with us and participating in Hello, Yeah, What?
Yeah.
See ya.
Hey, thank you guys for letting me. Have a great day.
All right. There we go.
Yeah, when we get our run of several 100-degree or more days in a row this summer, you'll be like, remember
when
Hey, Tony.
Yeah. All right.
Hello, yeah, what?
Hi, Tony.
Where are you, Tony?
South Jordan.
Okay. And what do you got for us?
Got a question. I've been trying to look for a therapist or psychologist around this Utah. I was wondering if you have any recommendations.
Oh, Carrie was doing ads for
there was that
Better Help.
Yeah, that's online. But if you're looking locally, there's plenty of people out there.
What's without getting too detailed, what sort of counseling are you seeking?
Let's say something to get over mental issues and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm sure. Don't worry any more deeper.
Yeah, let me suggest this. The Huntsman, what are they calling it now? They took it over from NOMI, the Huntsman Center, Psychological Services up at the University of Utah. They have tons of therapists up there, all kinds of specialties.
Also, do you have insurance?
I do not.
Oh, okay.
But I will seek for it. I will.
Or try, it couldn't hurt to try that BetterHelp. How do you do that, Carrie? Do you remember?
It's just online.
Yeah, you just go to betterhelp.com. And actually, part of what they're saying is this is a more affordable way to get into therapy and get some help.
And it's all online.
Yep.
Check that out.
So just
try that.
BetterHelp, HELP.com.
All right.
Okay, I got both of them. I appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you.
Tony, stay in contact with us, will you?
Will do.
Okay.
Take care, Tony.
Tone.
Man.
That's a hard thing to do, to
is.
ask for help. Good for him for
Sam?
Hello, yeah, what?
Sam, where are you?
Provo.
Okay, what's your question or comment?
I wanted to comment. I'm sorry, but I got to call Frank Christ on the carpet for last week. He said he never made any mistakes.
Uh-oh.
But about a month ago, he admitted to making one.
What was that?
He's never made a mistake.
Well, what?
It was the episode where he's talking about wearing Godzilla footy flippers.
Uh-huh.
That was when he said, I've made one mistake.
Yeah.
But yes, last week he said never made a mistake.
Oh,
so
I
maybe
see.
you can get him to clarify that.
Oh, you want so when he's here, we can ask him.
What is the one mistake?
Sam, I think what Frank was referring to is professionally, he's never made a mistake.
Yeah, when he has to fill out the paperwork.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll ask
never
him
made
about
a paperwork
that.
mistake?
Yeah, that's probably it.
I don't know what.
I understand your concern, Sam, but we're going to go now. See you later.
Okay, thanks for letting me listen.
Bye.
Get that imaginary character on the phone. I want
Jerry
to.
Jackson.
Oh, sorry about that. Joseph is here. Hi, Joseph.
Where are you calling from? Let's see. You're calling from West Valley?
Oh, hi. Yes, I'm calling not from West Valley. I'm calling from the U, but about West Valley.
All right.
Yeah, we've got the West Valley Arts, which is like the old Hale Theater. We're putting on Clue, the play that's based on the movie that's based on the board game.
Yeah.
And it's just a ton of fun. And then they're going to do a big Clue board game tournament on Saturday, the 25th from 4 to 6.
So how can people get involved in this and find out about it, Joseph?
Oh, you go to westvalleyarts.org.
Okay.
And just look up Clue, West Valley Arts, and that will pop up. It's a really great, an hour and a half goes by really quick, really funny.
Are you Colonel Mustard?
I'm not Colonel Mustard. I'm the director.
Oh, okay.
So
I was going to guess he was the monkey wrench in the library. Joseph, again, westvalleyarts.org. Thanks for that. The play runs when to when?
It runs to the end of February. Saturday the 25th is the last day. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So you have 2 more weeks to go see it. But it is a lot of fun. Really fun.
Thank you, Joseph.
There you go. See you, Joseph.
Right. Let's go to Nathan.
Hello, yeah, what?
Where are you calling from, Nathan?
Oh, I'm out in West Valley.
Okay, what's your question or comment?
I need help with a bumper sticker. I've seen this bumper sticker on a few different vehicles.
Okay.
And it's just a white vinyl cutout, and it's of a Grim Reaper in a little car. So picture like a Grim Reaper in like a Shriner's car, and it says "Get in, loser."
Get in, loser. Well, I think it's sort of self-explanatory.
I like it.
I like it. I want one.
But I can't find it on Google anywhere.
Oh, I see.
Maybe it was
from a movie.
Maybe it was a custom job. There are people
I've
who
seen it like on several.
I mean, this could be it could be like Travis the Pieman, who makes small numbers of stickers and sells them to people.
So maybe somebody will know. Keep listening. Maybe somebody will know. Grim Reaper, little car, get in, loser. All right. Okay. Thanks, Nathan.
Right, thanks. Just wanted to put that out there.
Okay, thank you. Let's go to Bryce. Bryce is gone. Let's go to Chris.
Chris.
Hello, yeah, what?
Where are you calling from?
I am calling from Draper.
All right. And what's your question or comment?
Well, I got a question for Carrie, but I guess it's open to the rest of you as well. I've been looking for some new gigs to make some extra cash, extra money, and a buddy of mine suggested that I be a DM for hire for Dungeons & Dragons.
Oh.
And so I've got a whole setup. I've got like a table with a TV built into it. I make my own minifigures. I write my own stories. So, Carrie, and I guess the rest of you guys, what would be a good amount for me to charge per session for something like that?
Who would pay for it?
Actually, Katie might have an idea about this.
Have more expertise on this
She's our
than
big
me.
D&D person.
Let me ask, who would pay for that?
Well, it's all me. I mean, I have all my stuff. I make all my minis and everything myself, and it doesn't really cost me any money. It's more of just the time I put.
Hang on. Katie's got a comment for you.
Oh, sorry, Gina. Thank you.
You need to be able to hear him speak.
I forgot the headphones. I play 7 different games of D&D, and if you have that kind of a setup, to be honest, I mean, are you charging per session or just for the whole game
He just
itself?
wants to know how much you should charge.
I was thinking like a 4 to 5 hour session. What would you charge for something like that?
4 to 5 hour session. Maybe you could do $50 a session.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured.
I think that'd be a great idea. It sounds like you have a great setup, so I would say probably about $50 per session.
Will
maybe.
people really pay for that?
Oh yeah, yeah.
All right.
Sometimes it's hard to find a DM, and
a good DM,
a good DM, especially with a good setup.
Excuse me. Does that mean dungeon master?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But with a good setup like that, I'd say
could also mean direct message.
too. It's true. But yeah, there you go.
All right. $50, Chris.
it.
Thank you, Chris.
See ya.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Well, see, anytime we can help people.
Hello, yeah, what?
We have experts around.
Always.
If we don't know, we'll find somebody who does.
Okay. Traffic, huh?
Well, we don't have any time for Angie.
No, I'm afraid we're out of time.
Sorry, Angie.
Southbound Bangor Highway, there's an accident. 47th South left turn lanes. 2 pickup trucks spun out into the wall directly behind me. This comes to us from a friend of the program. Not sure how they missed me. Someone, you got an angel. It's you got a guardian angel. That's how they missed you. But thank you for sending that in via text at 33986. Crash northbound I-15, 37th South, center lane affected there. On-ramp northbound I-15 at Beck Street in Salt Lake. And yeah, just lots of slowage. It looks like northbound I-15 coming all the way from Sandy into Murray. Very, very slow moving. Ramps and bridges, overpasses are slick this morning, so give yourself some extra space and extra time.
All right. Beat Gina is coming up next. 877-602-9696. If you beat Gina at Silence of the Lambs trivia, you will win
Duran Duran tickets.
Nice. 877-602-9696. You can line up now to play Beat Gina, and we also have some news coming up as well. RandLife.com/X96.
RandLife, local mortgage company, and they've had my mortgage in their portfolio, I guess you would say, for a long time now. Great company to deal with. RandLife would like you to know that if you're house hunting and worried about interest rates, RandLife Home Loans Buy Now, Refinance Later voucher can help you. You can use the RandLife Home Loans to purchase your home before March 31st. That's the deadline. And then once interest rates drop, they'll give you a voucher to refinance your home without any lender fees. So don't wait. Don't wait to take advantage of that. It's an incredible offer. Purchase your dream home with RandLife today. Visit randlife.com/X96. Now, RandLife's refinance voucher covers processing and underwriting fees worth up to $1,400. Vouchers cannot be combined with other RandLife offers, and eligibility requirements may apply.
Utah Talks About Radio.
I know you guys don't spend a lot of time on social media.
What? Only 3 or 4 hours a day.
Yeah.
I mean, like Instagram specifically.
Yeah.
No, not much.
I should be trying harder to embrace Instagram.
Well, I don't know. Things like this will send you away.
Oh, it will? Okay.
Because there's a couple of new trends.
All right.
One of them is called Vanilla Girl.
Oh, don't I know it?
Vanilla Girl. What is...
Vanilla Girl only dresses in white, beige, or very light brown.
Mm-hmm.
She probably wears a loose, comfy knit sweater over leggings with the short Uggs.
This can be any girl, right?
Yeah. Well, no, this is kind of a specific girl. Hair slicked back, light makeup, but she's pretty, and she's blonde, and she's skinny.
Well, if she's pretty, she must be blonde.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that just goes together?
And she's white.
Yeah, of course.
And she's and her entire feed is her dressed in this Vanilla Girl aesthetic.
And what's
like
the
she
point?
looks like she smells like sugar cookies. Like it's the point is it's this look you're going for, but it's a boring look.
Yeah.
And this leaks over into sad beige baby.
Wait a minute.
Baby.
I'm looking at some Vanilla Girls here. I don't think it looks too sad.
No, I mean...
I mean, hey.
No, but sad... So it's fine if you want to be a Vanilla Girl when you're older. But we need to stop the sad beige baby. Here's what's happening. People are buying babies, beige and cream-colored clothes.
Okay.
They're decorating their nurseries in beige.
Well, I thought you meant they were buying the actual babies.
They're buying toys. It's the natural wooden toy thing.
Yeah.
There's no color in their life, and there's a bunch of Instagram accounts like called Sad Beige Baby and
Gina, I'm under the impression that colors just confuse children.
Kids need color in their life.
It just confuses them. They need two colors, black and white. That's it.
They need colors. They need that stimulation. Beige is not beige is calming.
Well,
beige
It
is
says here the Vanilla Girl is the hottest thing around, Gina.
Yeah. That's like I'm saying. That's fine if you want to be a grown-up vanilla girl, but don't be a sad beige baby.
More practicality. Back to beige babies. I mean, babies are just going to make messes, and if you got the white or the beige clothing on them, it's just going to show up better and stain longer.
Yeah.
So,
give them.
Is that why you give your kids colored clothing?
With crap on the shirt,
so you can get away with just wiping them down.
My mother gave me color clothing because it was coordinated. I knew what to put on.
You put the red shirt with the red
it's
pants.
like the Garanimals,
But no, kids need color. I know it looks good for your Instagram feed because everything looks
that's what's important.
serene and perfect.
Yeah,
but babies are not. This is not
You sent me down a bad place with this.
because they're a bunch of pretty people.
No, so I go from on this website they're showing a bunch of vanilla girls, and then I look underneath it and there's something called cottage core, which is you do everything in your picture that look like a enchanted cottage, and then there's fairy core.
Yeah. There's a core for everything.
You wear fairy wings
Yeah.
and have little fake pointy ears
Yeah.
and.
But don't make a vanilla baby. Let your baby have some color in their life. And part of that color is a little bit of a mess. And I thought you were going to do the story today, Bill, about Marie Kondo.
Oh, yeah.
I have it. I just didn't get to it.
Who's you don't want mess in your-
Misorganization.
Yeah. And she's finally had children and realized, oh, that's impossible when you have
My house is a little messy now, she says.
She says she said my messy house is sparking joy, and women everywhere are going, thank you, you've been making me feel bad about my messy house.
My guess is Marie Kondo's idea of a messy house is not very messy.
Yeah, it would still look like a show place.
Yeah,
but she's at least willing to entertain the idea that maybe having kids.
Well, but it's because she's just had kids, right?
Yeah.
Going back to the baby thing, if you dress them in this easy-to-stain color, you're going to regret it.
Yeah, no. Give them a pattern.
Patterns, colors,
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go for cottage core.
Are you going to... Maybe you should...
I need some sort of core.
Start posting on Instagram, Bill, and adopt one of these aesthetics as your Instagram.
Or make up my own.
Yeah. Get an original one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bill Core.
Pimple core.
No, it's been done.
Oh, here's 13 ways to wear clogs.
Clog core.
Clog core.
There you go.
Clogs almost killed me.
You could be the first clog core.
Clogs killed my
Clogs
brother.
killed you?
Remember when I stepped off the curb at the Petco in Sugar House and I sprained my ankle because I was wearing clogs?
It was the
with
clogs to blame?
Yeah, they had a heel on them. They almost killed me.
Whoa.
It was the clog's fault.
It wasn't my fault.
Not yours. Okay, just checking. Clog core could be a thing.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
All right. If anybody can pull it, it's you.
You think?
Oh, yeah. I look forward to these
right.
posts.
Clog core.
I am looking forward to these posts.
All right.
I'm looking forward to Marie Kondo commenting on your saying, oh, this clog core thing.
It sparks joy.
It does. Makes me very happy.
Get ready to play along with our radio contestant as we play Beat Gina. Beat Gina, still 100% Mayhem Bialik free.
Oh, thank goodness.
I'm your announcer, Johnny Ola, for Sunsweet Prunes. Oh, the possibilities of prunes. Experts agree prunes are an important part of a healthy diet. Prunes are always good for you, but they're even better when you eat them every day. And there are so many ways you can enjoy them, including prune juice.
Yes.
That's why at Sunsweet they say, it feels good to feel good. That's why prunes are the feel-good fruit. And now, it's my great pleasure to introduce a feel-good regular guy, your game show host, Kerry Jackson.
Thank you, Johnny Ola.
You're welcome.
Prune juice, a warrior's drink. All right.
Indeed.
Let's see. We have let the randomizer decide that Emily is who you'll be playing against today, Gina.
Hi, Emily.
Oh, there's Emily. There she is. Emily, are you there?
Yeah, sorry. I was hearing your guys' music.
Yeah,
That's okay.
I had a button pushed here. There are so many of them. I mean, literally, there are hundreds.
Some that we don't ever use.
Most, actually.
Oh, it's totally fine.
All right. Anyway, we're going to toss a coin now, Emily, to see who goes first. It will give you an advantage in the game. Heads or tails, call it.
Tails.
All right. I don't have tells, but...
You have tails.
Heads has come up,
Oh.
as you can see, Gina Barberi.
Well, you're one step further away from winning these tickets to see Duran Duran with special guest Bastille on June 3rd at the Vivint Arena. Tickets actually go on sale today, so if you don't win them from me today, you can go to livenation.com and use the pre-sale code CHORUS, CHORUS, to purchase your tickets.
All right. So this first question is for Gina to answer exclusively, Emily. If she gets it correct, she gets the point. If not, I'll allow you to answer the question and steal the point away from her. Multiple choice trivia. We'll go back and forth till one of you has 3 points. Silence of the Lambs was released on this day in 1991. Gina.
Yes.
Yes.
Let me find a good question for you. I don't want to start with the easy one for you.
What?
All right. Let's see. After the Oscars, the author of the original book, Thomas Harris,
Yes.
sent what to each of the winners of the Oscars?
Okay.
Was it 1, a year-long membership in the Jelly of the Month Club? 2, silk baseball-style jackets with their names on them? 3, a case of wine? Or 4, a 1991 Ford Taurus?
A case of wine?
Case of wine is correct.
Okay, good.
Probably Chianti would
Yeah,
be my
that's
guess.
would be
yes.
my guess.
All right.
It's 1 point for Gina. Now Emily's turn to play the game.
Emily? You remember in the movie, the killer would place moth cocoons in the throats of the victims.
The calling card.
As a calling card. The moth cocoon found in one of the victims' throats was made from what? On the set in the movie. Was it made from 1, a combination of Tootsie Rolls and gummy bears? 2, hot dogs, Armour hot dogs? 3, paper mache? Or 4, a 1991 Ford Taurus? How that got in here.
I'm going to go with 3, paper mache.
Paper mache? You'd think that, but no, because that would dissolve in someone's throat, I think. So,
But wouldn't Tootsie Rolls, too?
not right away.
Okay, Tootsie Rolls.
Is that
Yes.
okay?
Not right away.
There we go. Gina has stolen the point away from you, Emily. I'm terribly sorry. And she also controls the question, and you know what that means, Emily.
Yes, I do.
Oh, it's all right.
Well, let
It's
me
all right.
let me give her a hard one then. All right. Gene Siskel reviewing the movie.
Okay.
Which one of these was his line for reviewing the movie? Was it 1, forensic experts will be digging through the rubble of this fiasco for a long time, trying to reconstruct the accident. How did so many lines fall flat? Why were the action scenes so corny and unconvincing? Who put the stink on this?
Well, okay.
Was it 2? Hilarious! My sides hurt from laughing so hard. 3, a star-studded freak show, 2 stars. Or 4, The kid in front of me spent most of the movie playing Tetris on his phone. I didn't care enough about the movie to ask him to stop or to find a cooler game.
I don't know. I will go with one.
Forensics experts and all of that? No, that's not. That's not the correct answer at all.
Fortunate for you, Emily.
Okay, I'm going to go with 3.
A star-studded freak show. 2 stars.
There we go, Emily. That's a point for you.
He didn't like it.
You also control the question, and that means you could tie the game.
Emily, when Anthony Hopkins first heard the name Silence of the Lambs, what kind of movie did he think it was? Was it 1, a Pixar film about a mute sheep making his way through the big city? Was it 2, a slaughterhouse expose? 3, a children's movie? Or 4, a movie about the Las Vegas Lamb family dynasty? You know, Bill was killed in a horse accident in 1939. They were the Kennedys of Las Vegas.
I'm going to have to go with 2.
A slaughterhouse expose?
Yes.
Oh, that's terribly sorry, Emily.
Emily.
I've never seen the movie.
You haven't?
Oh, my goodness.
Well,
It's a children's.
He thought it was a children's
Yeah.
movie. Yeah.
And
135.
and Gina wins the game handily. So sorry, Emily. What a crushing defeat. You must be embarrassed.
Very.
Oh, Emily, don't be embarrassed. Hold your head high when you come pick up your tickets to see Duran Duran coming to the Vivint Arena on June 3rd.
And might I suggest, viewing it tonight for Valentine's Day, Silence of the Lambs, because it's
I feel like that is such a lovely movie to view.
It
tonight
will
with
be.
my family.
Yeah.
Romantic.
Yes, all right.
Hang
Yes,
on, Emily.
definitely.
Hang on.
Listen, I've had too many prunes. I've got to go before I lose it.
I can dig it. All right, Big Boy News brought to you by...
Soar across mountains, deserts, cities, and forests with 3 amazing bird families as they head home to raise their young. Experience the triumphs and challenges of these remarkable creatures as they defy all odds in Wings Over Water 3D. This is at the IMAX Theater at Clark Planetarium.
Let me begin the news with a Valentine's Day sentiment from Alfred Tennyson. If I had a flower for every time I thought of you, I would walk through my garden forever.
Oh, nice.
It is nice, isn't it? Well, let's see. Speaking of flowers and gardens, this year might be another strike in the loss column for Punxsutawney Phil, which isn't much of a surprise since he's wrong about 60% of the time.
Yep.
He forecasts 6 more weeks of winter, yet it seems spring is already in full bloom across parts of the country.
Not here.
Where blooms should still, it said parts of the country, where blooms should still be nearly a month away. Parts of the South and Southeast are seeing their earliest spring on record this year, with leaves already budding on trees as much as 3 weeks early. And this is concerning. I mean, you might go, oh, isn't that what? No, it's not so wonderful.
Not good.
Not in February.
Other parts of the South and Southeast are seeing their earliest spring in 40 years. Contrast that with southern Arizona, where they're seeing their latest start to spring in 40 years. The National Phenology Network, which keeps track of the arrival of spring, that's their sole job, I guess, maps the locations where it believes spring has already sprung, and it does this by tracking the bloom of 2 plant species, typically among the first to leaf out each year, and are also common across much of the country. And they say spring is way, way too early in that down in the southeast part of the country.
Yep.
Utah legislature passed a bill that hopes to address the state's high number of missing and murdered indigenous people. Utah has the 8th highest number of missing and murdered indigenous women and girls cases in the entire country.
Oh.
That's according to a national report. Meanwhile, Salt Lake City was listed 9th out of 71 cities with the highest number of cases of missing and murdered indigenous women and girls. House Bill 25 extends the Utah Murdered and Missing Indigenous Women and Girls Task Force for another year and renames it to the Murdered and Missing Indigenous Relatives Task Force. It passed the House with a 69-5 vote, Senate 27-2 vote, so pretty overwhelming. The task force is made up of state lawmakers as well as representatives from nonprofit and victim advocate organization from Native American tribes and the Division of Indian Affairs and the Utah Attorney General's Office and the Human Services and Public Safety Departments. They're trying to figure out, study, because there are complex sociological issues at work here.
Not just sociological issues, but it's a complex jurisdictional issue.
Mm-hmm.
What do you elaborate, if you would, please?
Because if it happens on the reservation, it's hard to get the sheriff's department involved because they have their own, and it depends.
And they can be kind of protective of that.
Yeah.
Yep. So I guess
they
they're
need
probably
an agency to coordinate all of.
They're probably examining ways to make all that work.
Yeah,
better.
stuff gets lost in the shuffle.
Yeah. This would be scare the hell out of you, wouldn't it? In December, about a minute after a United Airlines flight disappeared from Kahului Airport in Maui, Kalahui Airport in Maui, the plane, Boeing 777, entered a steep dive and came within 775 feet of the surface of the ocean. Did it nosedive?
Wow.
The plane had initially ascended to 2,200 feet before suddenly falling at a rate of nearly 8,600 feet per minute, according to the Air Current, which reported the episode on Sunday. This happened back in December. The flight, which did not appear to have been widely discussed on social media, which is surprising, departed Maui the same day that 36 people were hurt, 11 seriously, when a Hawaiian Airlines flight to Honolulu from Phoenix was rocked by severe turbulence. Joshua Freed, a United Airlines spokesman, declined to say how many passengers were aboard the flight 1722.
Those flights are usually full.
Yeah. They said the plane did not have any mechanical issues.
Just hit a really crazy pocket of.
Well, they're not
turbulence?
saying. The only thing they're saying is that the pilots, who have about 25,000 hours of combined flying time, are receiving additional training. He declined to elaborate on what kind of training the pilots are receiving. 800 feet, almost the surface of the ocean, and they managed to pull out of it. Nobody, they're being pretty closed-mouthed about the whole thing. Let's see. Heber Jeffs has waived extradition to Utah to face child kidnapping charges. So that's that. And finally, this story. Post Malone, Utah's own Post Malone, Posty, has found out the hard way that facial tattoos don't always open doors. During a visit to Australia's West Coast on the weekend, Posty was denied access to QT Perth's rooftop bar because his ink did not meet the venue's dress standards. They turned me away for my tattoos, he said. I've never really experienced anything like that. The venue's dress code prohibits face, neck, and offensive tattoos, the first two of which Posty has in abundance. He's
always tired.
Now, the hotel has apologized. So they're apologizing because we didn't let you in. Because you're a celebrity.
We didn't know who you were.
We didn't. We didn't.
If we had known, we would have let you in.
But they would have turned away. So they'll turn away everybody else.
Yeah.
I don't think they should apologize. They should either change their policy or dummy up.
Exactly.
All right, that's it.
Sports weather traffic.
Oh, Patrick Mahomes, you know where he was the day after the Super Bowl. What are you going to do?
Disneyland. He was in
Disneyland.
He even said, I'm going to Disneyland and Disney World.
Wow.
And there's some cute pictures of his little family. His daughter probably will enjoy Disneyland. He's got a newborn baby boy that it'll be a couple years before he would enjoy Disneyland, but kind of cute to see. Let's see. The Jazz beat the Indiana Pacers yesterday, 123-117. And congratulations to the University of Utah women's basketball team. They are at number 4 in the Associated Press Top 25, making it the Utes' highest ranking in school history. They are amazing.
Good.
That's your sports.
All right.
Weather. So the snow is done, but it's still very, very cold. 28 right now, only going to get a degree or two warmer than that for the entire rest of the day. Overnight low 16. Tomorrow, high of 30, so we stay pretty cold for the next couple of days. The good news is that storm looks like it blew out a lot of the bad air we've had building in, and air quality much better today, but let's not waste it by idling our cars and those things that we've talked about before. Traffic, we've got a crash northbound I-15 98 south in Salt Lake. It's off to the right shoulder. Crash eastbound I-80, the Foothill off-ramp. That is also on the right shoulder. Crash southbound I-15 Hillfield Road in Davis County, milepost 331. Crash northbound I-15 37th south in South Salt Lake. And let me check our message stream, because you can certainly send us traffic or anything else you're seeing. A guy walking on the freeway, 23rd North southbound. Thank you for whomever sent that in. And Timpanogos Highway accident causing major slowage comes from another friend of the program at 33986. Toyota has 20 vehicles with available all-wheel drive, four-wheel drive. Visit your Utah Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places.
All right, we'll be right back. Oh, don't forget, Frank Christ coming up just after 9 o'clock.
Listen to Radio from Hell at Home when you first wake up. Just tell your smart speaker.
I was reading one of those woman magazines.
One of your women magazines?
Like your...
Ms., your Red Book?
No.
Ladies' Home Journal?
No, like Glamour or Allure or one of those.
Mary Claire?
And not tongue-in-cheek. Because a lot of times they have, helpful tips in there on how to, host a cocktail party.
Mm-hmm.
They had an article about tips on using weed at parties.
Using weed at parties.
Is it like etiquette? This is weed etiquette.
Yeah.
Like, is it proper etiquette to bring weed as a hostess gift?
Depends on whose party
Depends
you're
on
going
what-
to.
exactly.
But I mean, this is an art.
Mhm.
They wrote it just like,
Yeah.
do you bring a bottle of wine to your hostess gift? If you bring weed, how do you go about? Do you smoke it inside? Do you go out on the porch? Do you offer some to other? If somebody else has brought it, what's the proper way to ask?
Are these articles written for people who have no common sense?
Yeah.
The point is that the point is exactly what the point that Drop's making is.
Is that back in the 50s, it was, you'll
now
you'll
it's
go
like,
on a killing spree, and now it's don't smoke in the park.
Or don't smoke in the house, take it outside. And this is alongside pictures of women in black cocktail dress. They're not hippies with dreadlocks. It's your typical cocktail party.
Which is ridiculous.
You don't think people in black evening gowns
no.
are smoking?
No, I resent the fact that the middle class and the upper class has co-opted marijuana. It should be just the hippies, the patchouli oil wearing, dreadlock hippies, the tie-dye crowd.
It was just interesting that it was just presented in a.
But the way you describe the article too, it's just I'm still fixated on the fact that it's apparently written for morons.
Well,
it's just like what?
But the type of people that read those kind of magazines
Are morons?
Maybe haven't encountered that before. I don't know.
Have not encountered common sense.
Well, the point is, the word I will take from you is common. It is now common. That's why it's appearing in magazines.
No, I see. I get that. That's an interesting part of it. But if it were about booze, it would also be for idiots.
Mm-hmm.
It's an article for an idiot.
God, they're not. Why does this make you? I just thought it was interesting. It wasn't the New Yorker. It's a dumb woman's magazine.
Yeah, I know. It's I
get makeup tips out of it. That's what I'm going to that magazine for, not an in-depth article on pot etiquette.
8:49 right now.
Valentine's Day. Winnie the Pooh had a Valentine's Day sentiment.
What did Winnie the Pooh say?
If you live to be 100, I want to live to be 100 minus 1 day, so I never have to live without you.
Happy Valentine's Day.
There's a survey here.
A survey?
It's not a list. It's
Well,
a
okay.
survey.
I don't have a jingle for a survey.
Well,
so-
America loves a good survey.
That's and I don't know if I believe this. It says this Valentine's Day.
Okay.
69% of people who celebrate Valentine's Day.
Nice.
Baby dog got you a little something for St. Valentine's Day.
Plan to make breakfast in bed for a loved one.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever had breakfast in bed.
Ever?
I don't think so.
Really?
Maybe, no.
You've never had
I've
breakfast?
No, because I've never had the desire to have breakfast in bed. I want to have breakfast in the nook. The breakfast nook.
Right in the nook?
Mm-hmm.
Which I was kind of surprised that many people planning on breakfast in
Yeah, that seems like a lot.
bed. The survey also says that 34% of Americans just say no to eating in bed.
That's what I say.
At all.
At all.
That's what
Ever.
I say.
Hmm.
Never eat in
Valentine's or
bed.
not.
No.
Because I remember as a kid eating something in bed, crackers, I think it was, and then having to sleep in crumbs.
You had to
That was
deal with
no
it.
good. Yeah.
And some people say, well, it depends on the food.
Yes.
You know, like
Soup.
Yeah, you don't want to eat soup in bed.
or pasta or
Maybe a piece of fruit, an apple, perhaps.
like dipped strawberries. How
Well, what about
that?
mashed potatoes?
Mashed
Yeah.
potatoes? There's no crumbs with mashed
Yeah, that's
potatoes.
true.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Soup.
I mean, I have been brought breakfast in bed like when my kids were little on Mother's Day, they'd make breakfast and bring it to me in bed, which was sweet. But other than that, there's no eating in bed.
My kids did that once, but they forgot the plates. They just brought the
Handed
food.
you a
Just brought the
waffle?
food.
Here you go.
Let's see. People are most likely to eat in bed 66% while they're watching TV.
Sure.
54% on the weekend.
That's another thing I don't do in bed. Watch TV.
No, we don't have a TV in the room. There are no electronics in my bedroom. None.
Well, yes, there is.
Why? Yes,
in your
there is.
bedside drawer, there is.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, of course not.
They're also asked, do you eat on top of actually, I should direct these at Kerry because he's a bedroom eater. Do you eat?
You've eaten a bedroom?
Do you eat on top of the sheets or in bed? Like pull the covers up, eat in bed.
Either.
Either.
See, here's the difference. We're not 5. Okay?
You can eat in bed without crumbs.
We're able to do that.
I don't know how.
Kerry, you infamously have taught us about bed toast.
Yes.
Which toast is one of the crummiest things you can eat. The producer of crumbs.
You get the plate under your chin. And
Yeah.
then the toast up like this. See?
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Very easy.
Yeah.
Easy to do.
But why not just get up and eat toast?
Because I'm in bed.
Because isn't your bed
Okay.
comfortable?
All right.
I'm not going to get up.
I don't have to.
Is there a specific recipe for bed toast, or is it
It's
just
a process.
Oh,
It's a process.
will you share the process with?
I don't know.
Oh, it's a secret.
It's
bed
a family
toast is a
secret. Family secret.
If I tell you, everyone's going to know, and
Oh, it's a.
and it won't be special. I won't be able to open my food truck that I was planning, which
Bed
is just toast.
Bed toast food
It
truck.
was just going to be a food truck that's just toast. Yeah.
Different varieties of toast.
Maybe some changes,
cinnamon
you know.
sugar toast, bed toast.
Sure.
Melba toast.
like the thick Texas toast.
You can do that.
Texas toast.
If you'd like.
I like a thick Texas toast.
Yeah.
But not in bed.
No.
We won't even when we're on vacation do like room service.
Really?
Like even if it's not in bed, but like just
What?
in
Room service is one of
Why?
my favorite things.
Why wouldn't you do room service?
because it's
Yeah.
food in the room.
There's no
You
food.
have food in the room every day.
Not in the room we sleep in.
That's what you're worried about?
It's
in a hotel?
They usually have little table where, it's a set aside.
Then your room smells like food.
Oh, good Lord. Food, you know what? Food smells good.
Food smell. You like to go to sleep and food smell?
I like food smells. You people have so many weird rules and quirks. And you won't bend for anything. There's just no
no eating in where you sleep.
How do you ever pivot?
Listen, if I was thinking about grossness in my hotel room, I wouldn't be staying in
Well,
hotels.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to get past that.
That's true.
So eating in the room is no big deal.
Room service is great, right, Carrie?
I love room service.
Me too.
One of the best things. Nice coffee with some cream and sugar.
Maybe some rolls, croissants.
Nice croissant.
Yeah. You don't want to stink up the room with a croissant. That good croissant smell in a room is, oh boy. You never get rid of that. I don't get it.
Orange marmalade on toast.
No.
Love
You can
marmalade.
have it down at the restaurant.
But then I have to get dressed.
That's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
I hate going. No, so you go to those motels. We'll stay in upper, better motels, and they have a free continental breakfast and so forth. And you go into down there, and you go into the little room, and you serve yourself. And there are inevitably people coming in there in their pajamas.
Yeah, I don't care
I
for
just
that.
hate that.
Stay in your room. Get room service.
Get dressed if you're going to be out in the world.
Put on some pants.
Clothes on.
Wear your shoes instead of those fuzzy dog slippers.
This feels an awful lot like love.
Yes.
But Valentine's Day, for us, it's a kid holiday.
Is it?
Yeah. It's not a.
I can't even find those boxes of Valentines that you used to give when you were kids.
They still have
them.
them.
They still have them?
Yeah.
I didn't see them.
Choose you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, surely the Justice League can convey my emotions.
Yeah, the Batman.
You're very specific about who. I mean, they're all kind of the same, but you have your favorites, and you want to make sure you give your favorites to your favorite.
And then you have when I was in elementary school, we'd put up, every kid had an envelope, a big envelope on the wall, and then you'd go put your Valentines in.
Carrie, how would I know in school if you liked me? What Valentine would I get?
You'd get Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
You'd get Spider-Man. Will you be caught up in my web of Valentine's Day appreciation?
How romantic.
Yes.
And you know how you would know if I liked you in school? I would never speak to you and never look at you. Because I would be too intimidated and afraid.
Here's Mr. Spock saying, beam me up for Valentine's Day, Gina. It's very romantic.
There's Captain Kirk saying, let's engage.
That would be Patrick Stewart. That would be Jean-Luc.
We've got a crash northbound I-15, 98 south in Salt Lake off to the right shoulder. Crash eastbound I-80 Foothill off-ramp. That is also off to the right shoulder. Crash southbound I-15 at Hillfield Road up in Davis County. Looks like quite a bit of slowage northbound I-15 coming out of Draper into Sandy and headed toward downtown Salt Lake. Also coming southbound from North Salt Lake around into downtown Salt Lake coming southbound. Let me check our message stream, see if anybody sent anything in via text. No. But if you see something, you can say something. 33986.
All right. Frank Christ presents They're Fine, They're Just Fine. If you know your dead celebrities, if you know your live celebrities, you'll easily win this game. And what prize will you win?
You will win Fallout Boy tickets.
All right. 877-602-9696. That's coming up with Frank Christ presents They're Fine, They're Just Fine. Call and play. Hoops Vision Correction, HOOPES Vision.com.
It says here in the copy they provide us, Valentine's Day is just around the corner. No, it's here.
It's here.
It is here.
It's staring you.
Time for you to look deeply into the eyes of someone you love and care about. Tell them they're special and say, why don't you get rid of those glasses and contact lenses? I was listening to the radio, and Kerry Jackson went to Hoops Vision. Bill Allred went there.
Yes.
If they can do it, you can do it.
My guess is your Valentine's already been telling you that this is something that they want. And this is something that you can still do quickly. You could head down there and get a gift certificate.
I think everybody probably knows what LASIK is, but it's a process where they can correct your vision so that you don't have to wear glasses or contacts. Right now, Hoops is giving you $1,000 off the procedure. That's really a great deal, $1,000 off. They also offer a wide range of financing options to make LASIK affordable. So book your appointment, 877-30-LASIK or hoopsvision.com.
Is it true that X96...
I have a list that I saw this morning that I thought Gina might find interesting.
Oh, wow, okay.
It's Radio from Hell with another list, because people love a good list. X96.
Now, if this doesn't spur some conversation, we can move to Gina's list. What was your list, Gina? It's the things that you, precautions you take that might kill you, right? That's important information as well. But this is 5 signs that you and your partner are not compatible intellectually. You know, like one of you's
Why
really
did you
smart.
want me to have that?
Like one of you's really smart, and one of you's not so smart.
Not compatible.
Yeah. Now,
You
my
have to
wife
explain
and I.
this to me, Bill, because I'm not very smart. I need you to.
Okay. Well, the list should explain it. Okay. But if you have
All
any
right,
questions,
okay.
feel free to ask.
Well, let's not forget that Joe is a doctor, and
Yes.
you didn't finish college.
He's a
Why
scientist.
does that always have to come up? Why is that
Because it's true. So
I
here's.
mean,
There's
I
lots
feel
of
like
things that
I
are
feel-
true. That,
Listen, I feel like I can bring it up because I didn't even go to college.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So-
What's the list?
Here are the signs that you and your partner are not compatible intellectually. Doesn't have anything to do with education, really. It has
okay.
to do with
All right.
intellectual abilities.
All right, that's different.
Number 1, your partner feels superior and you feel inferior in the bonding. He acts like a teacher all the time when the two of you talk. He always tries to make you realize that you're wrong and that he's right.
No, that's you. You're the one that does that.
I'm,
Of course,
Gina,
we're kind of married, Bill. So
Gina, I'm just asking you to consider these things privately. I don't need you. I don't need you to weigh in. I just want you to think about it.
Okay.
Number 2, when you two are not intellectually compatible, then you feel bored in the relationship. So you call friends and family members to get the mental stimulation that you're lacking in your relationship. Or you have a
Joey's on
food
the phone
mistress
a
that
lot.
you go at. Or you have a food mistress that you go someplace with.
It's true.
Number 3, people who always feel like competing with each other while having a conversation. Sometimes competition is fun in a relationship, but it cannot be the usual case. It's okay to be a little competitive sometimes, but you shouldn't feel like you're always in competition with your spouse. Number 4, if you can't have a deep conversation at all after having small talk, then there's a big issue in the bonding, which needs to get fixed.
How do you even get to the point of getting married if you can't do that before?
Well, this is I think this is advice. A lot of advice. These are things you should have considered, or perhaps Joe should have considered before he married you. But he was just blind. He was just blinded by your beauty, I think.
No, that wasn't it.
Number 5, the last one. If you need any advice from your partner about something, then instead of giving it, they will start talking about themselves for giving examples on the same topic. When people are not compatible intellectually, they often tend to do this. So it's not quite clear, is it?
No, I don't understand that one.
So
really.
if you want
Please
some
help
advice,
me, smarter person.
So if you want some advice from your partner, what do you think I ought to do about this? They say, well, here's how I would do it. this is what I would do. I've had this experience, and this is what I do, and this is it's all becomes centric, rather than, well, given your limited abilities, maybe you
you couldn't
maybe
possibly
what you
handle this the same way I would. You don't have the capacity to deal with this in the way that I would deal with it.
Given your small thinking, what I would, So that's your list of 5
Great,
things.
thanks.
Hope you'd enjoyed another list with Radio from Hell on X96.
Well, wait a second. I got a little bit more.
I can handle things. I'm smart. But dumb, I'm smart, and I want respect.
Yeah, what he said.
Fredo. All right. Program, Carrie and Bill. And let's see, it's time to check out the answering machine. Have you...
Yeah, go ahead and access it. We have an answering machine here at work because, well, we don't like personal calls at home. I use my phone at home for outgoing calls only.
Hi there, you've reached the offices of Carrie and me, Bill, the Radio from Hell guys. And if you have anything to say to us, we're not picking up, so wait for the beep.
Usually these calls come in after hours. I mean, after we're not here, that is.
After like 1 or 2.
It's rewinding.
Yeah.
Hi, Mr. Allred. This is Dr. Arnold's office calling.
Oh.
I have what I hope is good news for both you and Samantha. Samantha's definitely pregnant.
Hey.
She's a very healthy bitch, so we anticipate no problems. She's about a month along.
Good.
So she should deliver in about 2 months.
No.
Office will be open until 5 p.m., so please try to pick her up before then. We'll have her well-groomed and ready to go.
Well-groomed?
I didn't tell you guys I got a
Thank
Chihuahua,
you.
did I?
It's a Chihuahua.
It's a little. I got a new little dog.
Oh, they're so cute.
I know you got little beady eyes.
Yeah, they are.
Gonna have
Hi,
pups.
Carrie. This is Libby Weaver from Fox News.
Oh.
Hey, would you stop leaving your underwear in my mailbox?
Again?
If you don't stop, I'm going to have to call the police, Carrie. Bye.
Yeah.
Yes, this is the in vitro fertilization clinic at the University of Utah calling for Ralph Allred. Mr. Allred, we have the sperm sample you left with us yesterday, and, well, I'm not sure what to say here. The sample you left with us, it's not human. Please
Bill,
return our call.
Bill, you're supposed to...
Oh, I didn't understand.
Leave yours.
Wait,
not... Never mind.
Hi, Carrie. This is Shauna Parsons from Fox News. Listen, you've got to stop leaving your underwear in my mailbox. This is getting absolutely
turn this
ridiculous.
off?
I have
Number
called
two.
the Salt Lake Police,
Could we
and there is a restraining order against you, so wise up.
Can we turn
Bye.
this off, please?
Way to go, Carrie.
None of any...
At it
Bill?
again.
It's Chunga. I got my big toe caught in the
no.
water spout of the tub again, and
Oh,
I can't get it out.
Again?
I've been here for about 2 hours, and I'm lonely, and the water's too cold. Bill, I ran out of beer, and I'm down to my last cigar.
This happens to
Now,
you.
I know you said that last time this happened, you wouldn't help me again, but everybody else has said that too.
That's right.
Can you come over?
No.
Please?
No.
Well, I see...
Make sure you bring some soap,
Well,
okay?
I see you got out okay.
Well,
I mean...
finally,
Again, you did this.
Mike Summers came and got me out.
Well, how nice of him to
he
do
brought some soap and...
How nice.
Your little sponge bag.
Yeah.
All right.
Carrie, Al Bain from K-Bear calling.
Oh,
Al Bain.
Look, do me a favor. Quit leaving your underwear in my mailbox.
we
And I
turn-
know they're yours because I don't know anybody else that wears Ren and Stimpy and Simpsons underwear.
Can we
So I
turn
know
this
they're
off?
yours. Wouldn't mind as much if they weren't soiled. But quit leaving them there or I'm going to have to call the authorities. See ya.
So the little problem is back, eh?
I was wondering what that was in my mailbox, Carrie.
Way to go.
You're sick.
Nightfall.
temperature in the studio drops 12, 15 so degrees.
Well, it's not my fault. It's cold outside.
It is.
You bring the cold in with you, Frank Christ, Grim Reaper that you are.
You're being awfully aggressive with the
Well,
Grim Reaper, Bill.
You have to
gotta
be.
keep-
I always read up a little bit on the Grim Reaper before Frank gets here, and it says here that the Grim Reaper is a menacing, somber symbol of the inevitability of death.
You're not menacing. I mean,
But I am somber.
Yes, you are.
So somber.
And maudlin. He's the only maudlin
I mean, if
Grim
you
Reaper.
just see Frank coming, that's scary. But we've gotten to know Frank, and he's just.
We have not gotten to know Frank at all. He's not revealed anything about himself except he likes Golden Girls. And
that's
about it.
And the celebrity and celebrities
And precious celebrities.
celebrities.
Precious celebrities.
Precious celebrities. And it is ironic, I must admit, that Frank, and kind of sad that because Frank loves celebrities, our precious celebrities, as he puts it, he's the one who has to go to where they are after they die and take their essence,
their soul.
Is it a soul,
Yeah,
Frank?
you reap the soul. You're a soul reaper.
One hesitates to use word like soul.
Has sort of religious connotation.
It does. It means different things to different people. Essence, I think, is probably
Essence.
the best word.
Yeah.
Everything that makes you, you.
Precious celebrities, Frank takes them. And sometimes they're celebrities that people have never heard of, but they're celebrities in their own circles.
Yes, outstanding in their field.
Yes, exactly. And we play a little game. Frank has invented this game, and this kind of cheers you up, doesn't it, a little?
Well, a little.
Yeah. It's called Frank Chris Presents.
They're fine. They're just fine.
And it's happy news that 3 of the people on this list of 4
Are fine. They're precious celebrities that are still with us. That's why it's the glass is 3/4 full.
Exactly. But one of the people on this list, Frank has taken from us, a precious celebrity, and taken the essence of this person to Hades. So who's going to play the game with us today?
Lori is on the phone.
Hi, Lori. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Are you fine?
I'm fine, just fine.
There you are, Lori.
Thank you.
There you are.
Sorry.
That's perfect. Lori, we give everybody at least 2 chances for everything.
Okay.
Are you ready to play Frank Chris Presents?
They're fine. They're just fine.
I am fine, just fine, ready to go.
Okay, here we go. I have a list here of 4 women. These are all women who have been inducted into the Cowgirl Hall of Fame. And you would not believe the long list of women who are in the Cowgirl Hall of Fame.
Is there a gift shop?
Oh, sure.
I don't know for sure. All right, here we go. Here we go, Lori. Number 1.
Okay.
Catherine Kushner. Catherine Kushner, an American equestrian and Olympic medalist in show jumping. One of the first women to ride for the United States equestrian team, the first licensed female jockey, and the first American woman to win an Olympic medal in equestrian competition. Number 1, Catherine Kushner. Number 2, Cowgirl Hall of Famer, Jimmy Gibbs Monroe. Ms. Monroe won 2 national NIRA barrel racing titles and 1 national NIRA all-around title, 3 Women's Professional Rodeo Association titles, barrel racing all-round and tie-down roping titles. And she has 2 WPRA season titles in barrel racing. Those acronyms mean nothing to me, but they probably mean something to Gina.
Carrie, you can get Carrie's not here. Always saddle your own horse mug from the gift shop at the...
Well, that's just a good idea, isn't it? Always.
That's for Frank.
For Frank.
Yes. Number 2, Jimmy Gibbs Monroe. Now, Lori, number 3 on the list is Texas Rose Bascom. Texas Rose Bascom, known as the world's greatest female trick roper. She is the only known female trick roper to master the skill of spinning 3 ropes at the same time, twirling a rope in each hand and a third one in her mouth.
Wow.
That's pretty amazing.
Oh.
And that's Temple Rose Bascom, number 3. And number 4 on the list is Temple Grandin. Temple Grandin is an American academic animal behaviorist, a proponent for the humane treatment of livestock for slaughter, and the author of more than 60 scientific papers on animal behavior. Temple Grandin consulted the livestock industry and offered advice on animal behavior. Number 4, Temple Grandin. Of those 4 women in the Cowgirl Hall of Fame, one of them has left us. Which one is it? It's a hard choice.
It is a hard choice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to guess the second to last one.
The second?
Does that mean number
3?
3?
Is that?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, you're correct. You're correct.
Really?
Texas Rose Bascom.
I'm as shocked as you are.
Died in 1993 at the age of 71 in St. George, Utah, where she had retired with her husband. So congratulations, you've won Fall Out Boy tickets, Lori. That must be pretty exciting for you. Yes,
Yahoo! That's what the cowgirls say. So you're.
So hang on the line, and somebody nice will come on and tell you all about the tickets. Okay?
Where is the Cowgirl Hall of Fame?
It's in Fort Worth, Texas, Frank.
Where else would it be? What else can you get in the gift shop, Gina?
Oh, that was just the one thing that I found. Is a saddle your own horse mug.
They have only one thing, and it's only one mug. So.
And if I could drink fluids, I'd get a coffee mug.
Frank.
Is there a T-shirt I could wear?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll get one of those.
Well, you don't really wear a T-shirt. You'd hang a T-shirt on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'll make a quilt out of T-shirts. Well, I'm hoping to get some TV time watching in today. I finished Golden Girls.
Now,
all seasons?
Yes.
What are you moving on to?
Well, I just went down the G's at the video store.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with Gilmore Girls now. I'm watching the Gilmore Girls.
Oh, you'll love that.
Because, Teller's 75 today. That's the only birthday that I have.
Oh, from Penn and Teller.
He's had some medical problems.
Yes, he has.
He's had some issues. He's moving slower, but I think he'll be fine, just fine.
All right.
All right, I'm off to watch the Gilmore Girls.
Okay, hope you get a break. Bye, Frank. Off he goes in his electric scooter, and I wave every time.
You do.
And nobody really much sees me wave. But. All right, we have news now.
Coming up after these. Stand by. Harmon's for Valentine's Day.
You'll find everything you need for Valentine's Day at Harmon's.
I've been waiting because this is more of a day of purchase.
Yes.
The heart-shaped tray with the strawberries in it. I've been waiting to get that. I'll get that today on my way home.
Do you know what kind of dip that is? It looks delicious.
I think it's like a yogurt-based dip.
Think so.
But
it looks
sweet.
Yeah, a sweet yogurt.
They have V's chocolate, red velvet cheese ball, only at this time of year, pastries, tarts, specialty chocolates of all kinds, and, of course, beautiful flowers and orchids at Harmon's. And if you're going to cook a Valentine's Day dinner, perhaps, might I suggest prime beef from Harmon's.
Oh, yeah.
They have the best in town.
You're doing surf and turf, right,
surf
Bill?
and turf,
Because
yes.
they've got good fish there, too.
Yeah, steaks and probably lobster tails and a wedge salad, of course.
Nice.
Harmon's has everything you need. If you don't know where a Harmon's is, there's one near you probably. Just go to harmonsgrocery.com.
There was a boy, a very strange, enchanted boy.
Yes, he is enchanted. Kyle
Don't
Brown.
do that, Bill.
Yeah, is.
Don't do that.
He is. So,
Not yet.
It will be was, but now it's is. Kyle Brown, longtime participant in the Radio from Hell show, longtime friend of the program. We found out that he has ALS, and he's been getting, and it's fatal. I mean, there's no two ways about it. It's fatal. And he's been getting, weaker, and it's very difficult for him to talk. So he's been writing us letters, and mostly they've been a lot about his trying to overcome various challenges with ALS. This one's a little different. I couldn't get away with a crime if my life depended on it. I used to think I could get away with about any crime, like a bank robbery.
Mm-hmm.
I would never do something like that, but it was good to know that I could. I could never understand thievery of any kind, or bodily harm to someone, such as murder or physical or sexual abuse. These are things that I will never understand. I've been on the receiving end of physical battery and I've had money and items stolen from me. In high school, a kid broke into our garage and stole my snowboard and boarding gear. We knew who it was, but the police wouldn't do anything because, well, you know, that would have required the Centerville police having to do something. The person who did it was hit by a train a couple of years later, and after spending some time in an assisted living facility, he died. True story. Also in high school, I was beat up a couple of times by guys that bullied me. One was and you've got to, if you haven't ever seen Kyle, he's a very slight, slim, small man, and just who would want to, I guess, an easy target.
Yeah.
Says some guys bullied me. One was a wannabe poser cowboy who drove his car off Dead Man's Curve above the B in Bountiful and died. I remember when they announced it over the intercom system at school. I was with Punk and a few of our friends. We gave a little cheer.
Oh, jeez.
Probably rude of us. And then the other guy was a baseball player with hopes of making it in the big leagues. Not the other guy that bullied him. He rolled his car and was thrown into a tree that caught his arm and badly mangled it. Also, both true stories. When we were young, my friends called it the Curse of Kyle. Probably a better story for Halloween and not Christmas. The most I've had stolen from me, other than in my divorce, was in a business deal gone bad. I sold my car dealership that I owned to a guy in 2012. Legal documents were drawn up and all signed and notarized. In exchange for the dealership, I was to get several $1,000s and a job as manager at a specified salary. The person that bought it from me was very smart and worked very hard 24/7. Unfortunately, he used his intelligence and work ethic for evil instead of good. Over a very brief period, he got a hold of the company tax account and took the $50,000 in sales tax. He bought 2 cars under my name and canceled my payout check. Then he came to see me at the dealership and said, "F you, cockroach. What are you going to do about it? You got nothing and you got no money."
Wow.
He had closed his existing business and mine and opened up a new one. He had done some fancy paperwork and left the tax in my name, leaving me owing $50,000 to the state of Utah. He went on to steal a half a dozen exotic cars totaling over $2 million from an auto auction, selling several of the cars without titles, and selling several stolen cars to local dealerships. He was also shipping spice in cars using auto carriers. All of this is public knowledge in court documents online. Where is all the money? Well, he sent it to his father in Pakistan. He's been in and out of prison, currently out. He's not able to work and has to look over his shoulder every moment as he, not surprisingly, has people wanting to talk to him. He has no friends, no children, no family, nothing here. His wife, ex-wife, I'm not sure anymore, hated him. She told me that when I slept with her. Kyle, after he stole my money. I would not trade places with him even though he got away with millions. I'll die free. Money screws people up for some reason. Some people just want more and more, and I can't fathom why. I mean, I know we need it, and toys are cool, but what's the end goal? I guess I'll never know. It's like trying to understand a politician. You just can't. I guess the moral of this story is don't steal or beat up people, especially me, and especially at Christmas. Cheers, everyone. Look over there.
Wow. Okay.
Quite a life Kyle has had.
Yeah. All right. 9:24, and it is time for some big boy news and opinioendo, brought to you by...
Only at Big O Tires. Take a selfie with Bigfoot, post it on your social media, and save $100 on select sets of Sumitomo tires at Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Bad news for the Queen Consort in the United Kingdom.
Well, that'd be Camilla.
Yes.
Camilla.
The UK's Queen Consort Camilla tested positive for COVID-19, and while experiencing symptoms, apparently is in good spirits. Camilla's staff canceled her commitments for the rest of the week as she rests while recovering under similar symptoms to a common cold, the BBC reported. Camilla previously experienced a COVID-19 infection, so this is the second time. She's reportedly fully vaccinated along with her husband, King Charles. Her illness was originally described by Buckingham Palace as seasonal in nature, but it was later revealed.
COVID season.
Yes, but later revealed that she had tested positive for coronavirus. They've had booster shots, both she and Charlie. According to the BBC, around 1 million people in the United Kingdom experienced the coronavirus at the end of January.
We're having Dr. Cobble on tomorrow, and I want to ask him because I had a booster like in September, October.
Yeah, me too.
So do we need another? Where are we at with that?
I've been getting one every week.
Oh, good.
I still have not gotten it. Carrie still has not gotten it. Knock on.
Neil Young and Stephen Stills will perform together this April.
Really?
Yeah, as headliners for the Light Up the Blues charity show, a benefit that raises funds for Autism Speaks. I believe Neil Young has been involved in that for years and years. I think he has a son with autism. The concert will take place on April 22nd at the Greek Theater in Los Angeles, where Young and Stills will also be joined by the late David Crosby's son, James Raymond.
Oh.
Other guests include Lucas Nelson, son of Willie Nelson, and Promise of the Real and Stills family members Chris Stills and Oliver Stills. The concert will mark Young's first public performance since 2019. He's previously expressed reservations about performing live,
Really?
citing the pandemic as well as environmental. He doesn't want to travel because of environmental concerns.
I get it.
You know, air travel is...
Yeah, or even a bus.
Yeah. Air travel is very damaging to the environment.
He needs to borrow Willie Nelson's bus, the oil-powered ones.
Young will be, later he'll be at Willie Nelson's 90th birthday concert. They were so good. It's that tight harmony.
I am yours, you are mine, you are what you are. Give back it all.
Yeah, nice. Well, Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk are racing each other to get to Mars. I hope that they both succeed and stay there.
Yes, get your asses to Mars and stay there.
The billionaire space race is hotting up after Blue Origin, owned by Jeff Bezos, has been selected by NASA to launch a new mission to Mars. NASA's Escape and Plasma Acceleration Dynamics Explorers mission consists of twin probes that will send back vital information about how Mars's magnetosphere interacts with the solar wind. The findings will be important for long-day astronaut and eventually space columnists. That's long-stay astronaut and space columnists who will need to know about the risks of radiation exposure on the planet's surface. I wonder how. I think I'm going to go back and watch that Matt Damon movie. What's it called? Is it just called? Where he's marooned on Mars.
It's called
Marooned on Mars.
Potatoes on Mars.
Yeah.
Poop potatoes, I think is.
Poop potatoes.
It
was a good movie.
Yeah.
The Martian.
And
The Martian.
the
Thank you,
science on that, I guess, is pretty accurate.
So far, NASA hasn't used Bezos' company for any of its launches. In fact, the Blue Origin spacecraft has yet to reach true Earth orbit, something Amazon's founder Amazon founder's great rival Elon Musk never tires of pointing out. So it's interesting that NASA would say we're going to pick Bezos for this when they haven't even made it to, outer space. Well,
Bezos is slightly less evil than,
I suppose.
Than,
if you're going to pick a side.
If you're picking a side, I'll side with Bezos.
I suppose. Nikki Haley, the former South Carolina governor and United Nations ambassador, announced her candidacy for president today, becoming the first major challenger to the presumed. Well, he's declared.
He's announced.
He's declared Donald Trump for the 2024 Republican nomination. The announcement was delivered in a tweeted video. Marks an about-face for the ex-Trump cabinet official who said 2 years ago that she would not challenge her former boss for the White House in 2024. So right there, she's a liar.
Yeah.
Well, I think she thought he was going to ask her to be his vice president, and when that doesn't look like that's happening,
so she's a liar.
It'll be Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Oh, lovely.
She says this. You should know this about me. I don't put up with bullies. And when you kick back, it hurts them more if you're wearing heels.
Blah, blah, blah.
I'm Nikki Haley. I'm running for president. And I would also point out, I have never lost an election. Well, get ready, baby.
You stink! Nobody cares.
I don't believe you're going to go anywhere.
No. It's all about the grift anyway. She knows she's not going to win. She's just going to get the money, donations.
Police have issued warnings about criminals targeting Canada Goose jackets. It's a brand of jacket, Canada Goose. The jackets can cost up to $1,850. They have been the target of at least 5 instances of reported robberies in Washington, D.C.
Really?
In one of the most recent encounters, police say the victim was walking when the suspect approached him from behind. The suspect was holding a black handgun and said, "Give me your jacket or I will shoot you."
They're
very
expensive.
Yeah, $1,850. Very expensive jackets.
Wow.
Remember when they were killing people people were robbing other people for their shoes, expensive Nikes and stuff. If you're a very wealthy person, I don't know why you would want to wear things that advertise that you are very wealthy.
Because you want people to know that you're very wealthy.
Well, but you're also letting bad evildoers know that you're very wealthy.
Is that a goose?
Yeah. Yeah. Geese are jerks.
They can be, yes. The ducks are nice, though.
Yeah, I like ducks. Weather.
I'm writing down geese are jerks for my son.
Jerks.
So the weather. The snow is done. It's cold, though. That's not going anywhere. Only a high of 30 today. Overnight low tonight. Very chilly. 16. And there's a wind advisory, which means it'll feel even colder than that. We stay very chilly, it looks like, for the next couple of days. But the good news is with that wind, our air quality's better. We're going to look for a positive, and that's it.
Thank you very much. All right, we will take a break. We will be back. Stand by.
Yeah, you listen to Rick.
It is the 23rd century. Humans have left the lowly confines of planet Earth and have sought their destiny among the stars. While many things have changed, one constant remains: the need for young men to venture forth and do the work of the Lord. This is the tale of 2 such men who at the age of 19 have answered the call of their general authorities and are embarking on a 2-year mission to spread the gospel throughout the galaxy. This is the story of Space Elders! Today, we join our elders as they are drawn to a mysterious, uncharted planet.
Are you sure the weird booming voice in your head said that this was the planet?
Yeah, this is the place.
I'm getting no signs of life on this planet anywhere. Just some weird power source in a cavern well beneath the surface.
Well, we better check it out.
Wow, cool cavern. Hey, Lehi, look. Lava lamps. Keen, huh?
Hey, Butch, you shouldn't mess around with stuff that's not ours.
Put me down.
Who said that?
It came from the lava lamp.
That is not a lava lamp. It is my receptacle. I am Calgon. Welcome to our world.
Sorry. Well, who's in the other receptacle?
That is my son, Polygon. We have resided here for 50,000 years, waiting for someone to come.
Hi, I'm Elder Christiansen, and this is Elder Jensen.
Hi.
We represent the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
You know, the Mormons.
And we heard you call, and we're here to offer any assistance we can. How did you guys end up in these receptacle thingies anyway?
We were a proud people, so technically advanced that we would be considered gods by your standards. We could have made an operational hyperbike the size of a walnut.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Wouldn't be very useful, though.
Centuries ago, our world was ravaged by war. We saw our own destruction and designed this cave to ensure the survival of our species. Of all the great minds of our world, only my son and I have survived.
Well, what do you want from us? A chance to hear the first discussion?
After 50,000 years, we wish to borrow your bodies so that we may get out and stretch our legs.
Oh, and what would happen to us?
You would occupy our receptacles during our short stay in your bodies.
Oh, hey, no way. How do we know you guys even have legs?
Come on, Butch, it'll be fun. Besides, we're here to help people.
And what guarantee do we have that you won't leave us stranded in these receptacles for the next 50,000 years?
I promise. Cross my heart.
Well, we'll have to take your word for that. Okay, we'll do it.
Oh, Father, I had forgotten what it was like to breathe the air. We have been in the receptacles for far too long.
Yes, my son, far too long. I can't wait to have a cup of coffee.
Not in my body, you don't.
And I want to get a Slurpee and give myself brain freeze.
Oh, I hate brain freeze. Hey, time's up. Get back in your receptacles.
Have Butch and Lehigh been cheated out of their bodies? Could our elders baptize a receptacle? Are they waterproof, or do they float? Will Lehigh's body get its first taste of coffee? Can Butch survive a bad case of brain freeze? Tune in next time to hear Calgon say...
Well, my son, we gave our word. It is now time to surrender their bodies and return to our receptacle.
No way! I haven't even gotten to play Nintendo yet. You just want to give them back their bodies because I got the good-looking one.
Oh, how true.
On the next hip-dislocating episode of Space Elders!
Following is a sponsored feature.
Well, in the studio here is Greg Walker. Greg is part of, along with his partner Gar, the people who run and start. You guys started Ran Life Mortgage,
right?
And you're here to collect a payment from me because I'm behind, right?
Well,
yeah, we're
uncomfortable.
Venmo will work.
Yeah, okay. A Venmo, all right. But seriously, let's talk a little bit about the housing industry. I do an ad for you all the time, but you're the guy who's on the front lines. Is it affordable to buy a home right now?
You know, it's crazy. I think this is probably one of the best times to buy a home.
Why is that?
I'm going to use a word that I've never heard before. I think that we hit the nadir. NADIR.
That's the low point.
The low point.
The low point. Wow.
Yeah.
You're the first people that I've
We're smart.
Yeah.
I think somewhere in November, December, we started seeing things really hit, and sellers were having to give up a lot to get there. But, you know, the economic forecasts and that, housing's stable, you know. And if interest rates dip, we're going to see some crazy stuff. In fact, we have a real estate group that we work with, and they're starting to see, you know, multiple contracts.
What is that?
What do you mean?
Multiple offers. So two people offering on, not contracts, multiple offers on the same property, which is what we saw insanity in 2021. So with interest rates kind of doing what they're doing and the Fed figuring out what they're going to do, and I just, you know, I'm 100% right 50% of the time. So I'll just make a statement. I think that housing's not going to get less unaffordable. Does that make sense?
Not less unaffordable.
Yeah,
it will still
two negatives.
That means it will still be affordable.
No, it's not going to be less.
It's not going to get more expensive.
It's no. Okay, let's back up.
Okay,
come on.
Screwing that up. Okay, I don't think it's going to be easier to get in a home in the future. I really don't.
It won't. So now's the time. Is
I
what
think,
you're saying.
I think now's the time. I honestly think that we're going to see elections and politics come into the Fed's promotion of interest rates, and we're going to see sellers resist buying. Sellers resist selling. Builders resist building, and that's going to restrict the inventory.
So do it now.
I really feel so.
Yeah. You know, when we talk about Rand Life and say there are people think of a mortgage. Well, it's just a mortgage. You borrow the money from the mortgage company and then you pay it back. But there are different kinds of products. Yeah. There are a lot of different kinds of things you can do.
Yeah. So there's various different things. The big agenda item for our company and for the investors like Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac is to figure out how to get to affordability. Part of affordability is not just payment, but down payment. We have a lot of different options for no to low down payment.
Yeah, that's the thing. The thing that holds up most people from their initial, very first
really
house
is.
purchases
really
is they have to come up with that down payment.
And you know, we service a lot of loans, and we look at these guys over time, and like the vast majority of people who buy homes do very well financially. And so if you're thinking, you know, I can't buy a home, or it's not a good time, you know, ultimately we know that long enough timeline, housing gets more expensive, and the barrier of entry gets higher and higher. So, you know, if you get into a situation where, you know, you go into a house and you tend to do really well over the next 5 to 7 years, even if you're not putting a lot of money down.
Let me ask you. So I know a person who, spent some years ago now, heard me talking about Rand Life on the radio and said, "Okay, I'm gonna go contact them." And apparently, you guys said to him, "You know, you're not really quite in the place where you could do this. But if you take these steps."
Yeah.
We can get you to a place where you can buy a home. And he did that and did buy a house.
I've seen so many success stories.
But that's cool that you do that. Yeah. And you'll still do that. You'll get people, I'm sorry, you're not quite ready, but if you take these steps, you probably could do it.
Well, it's with anything. I mean, you know, like, you know, if you prepare and you plan, you can achieve a lot. And if you're not ready, you had a credit issue, you don't have enough time on the job, or, you know, you have self-employment issues. These are all things that can be solved over time as long as you understand the plan. So our loan officers are incredibly good at managing that, putting them in a timeline. Say, I'm going to check back with you in 3 months, and we're gonna go after this and go after this. We're going to take care of this piece. There's some stuff on your credit you didn't even know you had, and so.
And from the first time I had a mortgage with another company, compared to the business I've done with Ran Life, it's just night and day in terms of just ease, streamlined. You guys make it so easy to take care of things.
Yeah, that's our goal. I mean, we've built an entire plan to get to that.
Well, you're local. You're right. You're standing here in the studio.
It's nice to see you, Greg. Ranlife.com/X96.
Yep.
Just do that. More information. They'll tell you how to contact somebody who can discuss your situation. Thanks for dropping by.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
All right, we'll crawl towards the exits after these. UtahAdvocates.com.
Well, if you get into an accident and you're injured or your car's banged up and you just don't know what to do, you think,
well, you don't know what to do. You know who knows what to do?
The advocates.
The advocates know what to do.
Give them a call. It's a free consultation, and the number is 801-355-5550, and it doesn't cost you anything. And if they decide to take your case, if they say, and they'll be able to pretty much determine this just by what you tell them on the phone.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we think you have a case. Come on into the office. If they take your case, they don't charge you any money up front. It's all based on they get you a settlement.
Yeah, you're never going to write them out a check.
No.
The money they get paid will come out of the settlement that you get from your injury.
And we know that it works because Katie's had to use them twice. So call them. Make 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. 801-355-5550, or you can chat online, UtahAdvocates.com.
We know.
Maybe we ought to have Katie or Dawson come in here and take a couple of pictures of this so we can post them. Sometime last week we were talking about bubble gum and blowing bubbles with bubble gum, and Gina said, "Well, I'll get some bubble gum and bring it in. We'll and do it." And she didn't do it, but I happened to glance down at when I was checking some groceries out last night and saw this package of Bubble Yum. So we're going to see what.
I prefer a Hubba Bubba myself.
I haven't seen Hubba Bubba. Is it around?
I think so.
I'm so out of practice.
That was a pretty good one I just did. Did you get that?
Let me try.
I'm going to have you judge, Katie, who manages to blow the biggest bubble. This show is so damn political. I can't.
I know, right?
God, it's terrible.
Oh, let me try again.
Maybe we ought to blow bubbles while we bitch about Trump.
Damn.
You know what? He's a non-issue. His candidates didn't win, except for here. I'm not bitching about him anymore.
We want bubbles here.
All right.
Well, I was trying.
Oh, that was a good one. This is terrible radio.
That's as big as I get. That's why I want Katie to take some
I'm out of
pictures.
practice.
We can post them really quick. If
Come
you go
on,
to
Gina, I want to see
X96,
that double bubble that you talked about.
X96.com/live, you can see us doing this if you really want to.
Oh.
Yeah, you said a bubble inside of a bubble.
I'll do it. I haven't blown bubbles in a long time, but remember when you didn't believe me that I could do a pogo stick?
Yeah.
It's like that.
I'm still not sure.
That's a good one, Bill.
What was that noise?
I was trying to get her attention. I couldn't say, "Hey, Katie," because I had a huge bubble.
So you did a mosquito sound?
Yeah, something. Yeah, this is really good radio, isn't it?
I'm going to try to do the... No, Carrie did it.
That's one. Did you blow one inside of us? Was that
sure, as far as you know.
So far, Bill is winning on his sizes.
Size.
I'm way out of practice. This is the first bubble gum I've actually had in my mouth, I think, in...
Me too.
40 years.
Yeah. It's been a long time.
Yeah, see, I don't chew gum, so...
I'm not doing them very big, so I'll try to do one inside the other. How about that?
Okay.
Do that.
I've always been
I'm
known
gonna
as...
get close.
I've always been known as the size king.
Yep. Here we are with our Soros money in our pockets and our liberal agenda. So political.
Can you tell?
You tried to see it. Oh.
I did it.
Gina's gum just now fell out of her mouth and onto the floor.
Onto the floor?
See it? I did it.
Did you catch it before it went on the floor?
I did. It'll have to be a very zoomed in photo.
Yeah.
Mm. You want another piece? Here.
Give her 2 pieces. See if she can do them. Because that's too much for me.
No, there's.
I bet I'm going to try. I'm going to do a second piece of gum and see if I can blow an even bigger bubble because I've got a pretty big one there.
I would only imagine.
This all started. I don't think it started because when I was in grade school, I won a bubble gum blowing contest.
Well, you're a pro then. This isn't fair.
It was
You're a professional. You shouldn't be competing with the amateurs.
That's true.
Is that correct?
I won a bag of marbles.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Oh, it was great.
Do you still have those marbles?
No.
He lost them.
Yeah, you're right.
Listen, I
Jerry,
lost
he
my
did.
marbles years ago.
Here comes Gina.
Well, this is a new piece. I got to work it in.
Oh, you're starting a whole new piece?
She dropped it on her shoe.
Oh, come on.
You didn't drop it on the floor. It fell out of your yap.
You should have did 2 pieces.
What is the flavor of bubble gum?
It's its own flavor.
Yeah, what is it?
It's gross.
What is it?
Yeah.
I don't.
It's distinctly bubble gum, but where it originated from, I don't know.
I don't know.
I know when you smell it or when you taste it, you go, "That's bubble
Who
gum."
decided that's what bubble? What?
Yeah, who decided that is the
bubble
flavor?
Gum?
I'm gonna.
Yeah, what is the flavor?
Do some research.
Flavor.
There's 25 calories in each piece of this gum.
Yeah.
Bubblegum flavor is a combination of artificial, of course, strawberry, banana, cherry, orange, and lemon.
Yeah.
So
kind of all mixed.
You can taste, and if you think about it, you can taste all those things in it.
The banana is, I can. Wow. Okay. That awkward moment when you can't tell if the segment is about blowing bubbles in gum or trying to connect with the ancestors and summon a demon by mistake.
Yep.
That happens.
That was that noise that Bill made.
All right, now I'm just hearing weird noises, and I think I'm getting called to take photos here.
I'm done.
My jaw's getting tired.
Yeah.
It's just not working.
Did you do
You saw
one?
it happen, though, right?
I saw it happen. Yes.
So you blow a bubble, and then you seal it off,
Mm-hmm.
and then you blow another bubble, and it'll go inside.
Well, I can't get this piece. I added more gum, and I can't quite get it
I don't know what to tell you.
to the consistency. Now you made a pronouncement, Katie. I don't chew gum.
Ever?
It was like it's
No.
like the
Wait a minute,
woman
wait.
yesterday in the soda line
With
that
the
said I
soda
don't
line.
drink soda.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, let's explore that.
Yeah, why don't
like
you?
even like a little tiny piece
No,
of mint gum?
I don't like the texture. I don't like the smacking of it. No.
Have you
If
ever
I'm gonna
tried
do
it?
that, I'm gonna have mints.
Okay.
Mints
Really?
are my way to go. I've never liked gum. I think it's gross, and then people are dumb and they take it out and they stick it underneath things.
That's true.
And it's gross. It's not healthy. It's gross. It's gross, guys. It's gross.
It's the jaw
about-
exercise, though.
What about the reverse bubble? Can you do that?
Oh, Sue does that all
What's
the time.
that?
She'll do that snappy
Yeah.
sound.
Mm-hmm.
See, these are all things that you don't do with mints that I enjoy, like not making sounds.
You can't blow bubbles with mints.
No,
At
you
all.
can't. No.
Well, unless you're really talented, you might be able to. Mm-mm.
Well, I'm getting notice from our consultant here.
Yeah?
People are going to get angry and turn off the show.
Oh.
I have reams and reams and reams of notes. It needs to be better.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
Hey, we're sorry. We're sorry.
All right.
It smells grossly like bubblegum in here,
Yeah,
guys.
it does.
Well, yeah, it would.
The sense of summer. Barbecues. Days at the beach. With your buddies. The smell of a man. A cologne that says,
I am a man. I am all man. I am very, very manly, dude.
Radio from Hell brand beer scented cologne. A little one-on-one b-ball at the playground, or working all day on your car in the hot, hot sun. A man wants to smell like a man. Radio from Hell brand beer scented cologne. Being a man is hot, sweaty work, and hot, sweaty work all goes better with beer.
Radio from Hell brand beer scented cologne. Now available in convenient 6-packs at Checker Auto Parts and on draft in kegs at Costco.
Coming soon. Radio from Hell brand Zima scented perfume for the ladies.
It's 9:55 right now.
Did you see that they're going to bring back Barney the dinosaur?
Mm-hmm.
What? It's fine.
I just never.
You have no small people in your life.
Well,
you
I
will not
did.
be exposed to this.
I did. and I tried to make sure that they were not exposed to Barney.
Were you specific about what TV shows your kids could watch when they were little?
I tried to be, but
then that's the electronic babysitters.
They're sneaky, you know. But I could never stand that Barney. I love you.
I think I know why, Bill.
Why?
It wasn't meant for you.
Kids loved it.
Yeah, it's true. That's true because, kids really have no taste, no discrimination. They like all kinds of bad things, like Teletubbies.
Mm-hmm. That was for little, tiny, tiny kids.
Hand-stoned 20-year-olds.
Hand-stoned 20.
There was
I enjoyed it.
Teletubbies, they did something that for even younger kids. It was the same people.
Mm-hmm.
Teletubbies was for, like, kids who were sort of talking, but then they did something, I forget what it was called, so you could put your baby in front of the TV.
It's not even that anymore. You see parents hand their phone to toddlers that can't talk, and they know how to swipe and.
Are you saying that toddlers are on Tinder?
No.
They swipe.
No, they know how to swipe through to look at
manipulate stuff on the phone.
They can't talk, but they.
I don't know. Really?
Yeah.
Kids that can't talk are
yes.
Listen,
I don't know.
I saw a kid once get a magazine.
Yeah.
And go like this with it.
Yeah.
Pretend to read it.
No.
He was trying to
read it.
He was trying to expand the pictures. He was doing this, trying to make the pictures bigger.
They are given screens early.
Actually, I've done that now that I think about it. I forget sometimes, like on my desktop top computer, and I'll touch the screen and try and get, oh, no, wait a minute.
You know what I've done? I've taken my key fob to my car and tried to unlock my house.
Really?
Oh, wait, no, that doesn't.
That doesn't even look like a key.
Unlock. Oh wait, no, that's bizarre.
I've come to really like the electronic key fob. This is the first time I've ever had one where there's no key at all. It's just the little box. I just keep it in my pocket, and the car opens when I get close to it.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
I don't even have the box.
It's just your phone.
It's on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Someday you'll just be able to think it open.
It'll be a chip.
Yeah.
Inside your head.
You'll wave your hand in front of
Ooh, like the Force.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right.
Just like the Force.
What?
Yeah.
He said the Force.
The what?
What?
All right.
Okay.
Let's do the promo and crawl towards the exits. We hope you're enjoying your Valentine's Day.
If you're not, Write down what must go about it and email it to radiofromhell@x96.com.
Put must go in the subject line and we'll magically make it go away.
Don't promise magic.
There's no such thing as magic.
You know what must go? Magic haters must go on Wednesday's Radio from Hell show here on X96.
What? I think we're good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that all business? We got everything? All right.
As far as
Fine job as always, Katie. Live long and prosper, bitches.
Don't you know who I am?
Geese are jerks.
They are. Marcy is next.